Well, hello. Welcome everybody to our first ever spoken word open mic night from the What If Up Club. It's a very special day. Today is the solstice. It is the longest night of the year, the shortest day of the year, and it is National Look on the Bright Side Day. And isn't that what we do every single day here in the What If Up Club? We are always looking for possibilities. What if this is your day? What if on this short day, on this long night, there's an opportunity to come together with others who source their own light? What if we come together and bring the light that is within us, bring that spark, bring that shine to this special solstice celebration? I am Mindy Audlin. I am so excited to be hosting this event along with some amazing friends and colleagues. And with that being said, let me waste no more time introducing. So glad to have co-hosting with me for this first hour as we kick things off, Mr. Fire, Joe Vitale. Hi, Joe.
Hi, great to be here. I've been looking forward to this moment. I'm all excited.
I am too. I went to my first spoken word open mic night a few months ago. With COVID, everything's been in lockdown, and it was such a beautiful, loose, organic opportunity for people just to share what's in their heart. And I thought, wow, that's something we need to be doing through the What If Up Club. So I know you clearly are a What If Upper, like I am.
I am. I'm wearing my shirt. I walk around saying, "What if up, man? What if up?"
We are beacons of hope. In fact, our mission statement with the What If Up Club, we are a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to elevate humanity by spreading hope, building connection, and inspiring positive change. And tonight is really about spreading hope. So I want to greet everybody that's joining. And as you join, I encourage you to comment. Let us know that you're here. Say hello. Interact with each other. So what we're going to be doing tonight, so exciting, is we're going to be welcoming some amazing people. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe you've got a story or a song or a poem or a reading that you want to share based on the theme, out of the darkness into the light. We are on this dark night, on this solstice, we are sourcing our own light and bringing it to each other. And I know I'm here on the East Coast. Outside my window, it is pitch black. The night has fallen here in New York, and we are just getting started. So really excited to be welcoming our spotlight guests. And as you watch, now obviously if you're in a live event, in an open mic night, someone gets the spotlight, and then afterwards it's like you cheer like crazy, and you hug and you high five and all that kind of stuff. Well, since we are in the online world, our online applause is your comments and your sharing, and that's how you let people know that you appreciate them. Is interact with us, let us know that you're here, so that as people are stepping into the spotlight, that they can feel that love and feel that support. So Joe, I am excited. We have people who are who have been doing this kind of work a long time, like you. And we have people that I know this is a ginormous step outside their comfort zone.
Wow.
We have got young people. We've got some teenagers joining us tonight. And I see lots of people watching, lots of eyeballs on us now. So join us, comment, let us know that you're here. Joe, how about you? So you want to kick things off? What does it mean to you getting out of the darkness and into the light?
Well, I was thinking about that as I was getting so excited to be here. And a song came to me. It's a song I actually recorded. I didn't write it. The song was written in the 1800s. And it was recorded in 1920, and I did my own version of it at one point. And as soon as I start reading the lyrics, everybody will know what this is. But it's a message of hope, and it's a message of choice. It's a reminder that there's at least two ways to look at life. And what if upping really demonstrates that, because what if down, we're all good at that. We're all good at saying this could all go bad. But what if up is the sunny side of the street. And so the song is, I'm going to read the lyrics because I think it's so important. It'll only take a minute. There's a dark and troubled side of life. There's a bright and sunny side too. Though we meet with the darkness and strife, the sunny side we also may view. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all the way if we'll keep on the sunny side of life. The storm and its fury broke today, crushing hopes that we cherish so dear. The clouds and storms will, in time, pass away. The sun again will shine bright and clear. Let us greet with the song of hope each day, though the moment be cloudy or fair, and let us trust in our Savior, the divine, away, who keepeth everyone in his care. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all the way. It will keep on the sunny side of life.
Oh,
Ooh, that's good.
that is so good. And I'm
know,
hearing the melody in my head. I'm like,
it's a famous song. And
yeah.
this was written in 1899. And the person who wrote it for her brother who was in a wheelchair. And he always requested that he be wheeled on the sunny side of the street. He wanted to be in the sunshine. And then metaphorically, what we're told here is, yeah, there's some darkness out there. And yes, we can focus on all of that. But the sun is out and we can focus on the sun and we can stay on the sunny side. And even if it's cloudy one day, we know it's going to clear.
Yeah.
The sun is going to be, in fact, the sun is there. We're just waiting for the opening to see it.
Right.
So that was the thing I wanted to share. Keep on the sunny side of life.
I love that. And, you know, it is National Look on the Bright Side Day. So how fitting. You know, I love that song and I have sung that song many times, but I never have heard all the verses.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's really, really beautiful. And we've got people checking in. Judy Light in the house. Hi, Judy. She says, hi, Mindy. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Judy.
And Carolyn is here from Texas. Hi, Carolyn.
Hi,
Thank you all for joining in. This is exciting. So, you know, I think as we move into this, it's, you know, it is the solstice. It is National Look on the Bright Side Day. And it is the completion almost of a year that, you know, it's not 2020, but 2021 has had its, its fair share of ups and downs as well. And so let me ask you this. So when you hear look on the bright side, given the reality that we are in, you know, and of course there's always challenges, there's always things going on in the world, but given these have been particularly challenging times for a lot of people, when people say, come on, Joe, how do you look on the bright side when there's so much darkness? What would you say?
First of all, that's a choice.
Yeah.
And then second of all, we watched the movie Pollyanna. There's been 3 versions of the movie, and I'm a big fan of the book, the 1913 book by Eleanor Porter. And it's all about playing the glad game. And because I'm a fan of the movie and the book, I went and researched the author. And the author pointed out, because she had heard some of the criticisms, like, don't be a Pollyanna and don't just dismiss reality or to dismiss the darkness going on. And Eleanor Porter, the author of Pollyanna, said, Pollyanna and the Glad Game was not about dismissing reality. There were hardships. There were things that we had to work on. The Glad Game is about finding the good in the situation or the person that we were complaining about. And even in the movie, when Pollyanna has an accident, for a brief time, she's not happy. She's not playing the glad game. She has to regroup within herself. And this is what I tell people. I said, you know, I can go on with my whole speech because I think life is an optical illusion and you get whatever you focus on. So if you want to focus on darkness, gloom, and doom, you can find it. You can reinforce your negativity. You can reinforce your what if down. But if you make a choice to see the sunny side of the street, to look for the positive, to look for the good, to play the glad game, you will find the evidence for that too. So then the bottom line is, which way do you want to go? Do you want to feel good or do you want to feel bad? Which one actually helps you be productive? Which one helps you be creative? Which one's got to move you forward? To me, looking on the sunny side, playing the glad game, going for what you want is a positive use of your life. If we go and play the what if down game, we go in the darkness, we stay on the dark side of the street, and we play the let's feel bad game, what we'll do is just hurt ourselves, hurt our health, hurt our well-being, not be productive, not be creative, not find any solutions. So again, you got a choice. Which one do you want to make? That's what I end up saying. If they give me that much time to say it.
I love that. I just, like 2 nights ago, I started reading Pollyanna with my daughter.
Holy smokes.
I know, crazy. And,
wow.
and I said, you got to read this book, because people will say, don't be a Pollyanna, don't be a Pollyanna. I'm like, here's a kid who transformed her community, and you're saying, don't be a Pollyanna? It's like,
I got chills all over me as you say that.
It's like this kid changed everything for her sphere. And that's what I think we all have the ability to do. And that's really what tonight is about. And I can see some of our spotlight speakers gathering now. So I'm excited to see, I'm waving to them in the green room. They're here and they're lined up and they're ready to take the spotlight. We're going to be shining that spotlight on just an incredible lineup of special guests today. For those of you watching, first of all, hello. Diana is here. You're going to hear from Diana later this hour. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for checking in. Help us spread this light by sharing this stream. And we are streaming live on Facebook. We are streaming live on YouTube. If you want to take the light that you're finding here, if this is inspiring to you and you're like, oh, I know somebody, tag your friends that you want to come and watch with you. This is designed to be interactive, engaging. As I'm seeing comments, Mitch is here. You're going to hear from Mitch later on too. Judy's there on the sunny side of life. Oh yeah. So we see you and we hear you. And this is, just imagine that we're all in one little coffee shop together, just bringing this fireball of light to this solstice. So Joe, thank you so much for kicking us off.
For some reason, I'm thinking back to the old TV show. I think it was Dobie Gillis. And wasn't there a beatnik poet that would go to the coffee shops? It was played by Bob Denver. I can't think of what his name was, but he just riff on the most ridiculous things. But it was okay because the coffee shop was a safe place to go ahead and say whatever was there to say.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to be here.
And so is this. So for those of you, I know we have a great lineup scheduled for you. We also have space for some wild cards. So if you're like, I don't know what this is, I don't know if I want to sign up, but you start watching and you're like, oh, I've got a song, or I've got a poem, or I've got a reading, I've got a blog post that I put out there that I'd like to share. If you're watching this and you get inspired, in the comments, put #wildcard. And if, as we have time, we have some spaces where I think we're going to have time, we'll pull in some wild cards and we'll get as many people into this event as we possibly can, because this is about community. It's about coming together and shining our light. So with that, Joe, you ready for our first spotlight?
Let's bring them on. Where's the drum roll? Where's the band?
The drum roll. Here it is. Well, I brought my pom-poms so I can cheer. So I'm very excited to welcome Reverend Shad Groverland. Hey, Shad.
Here I am. So you'll have to excuse me because I'm in a car. We've stopped, but I was in the middle of a road trip, but I want to be here with you all. So here I am.
Well, it's great to have you here. I'm hearing a little bit of echo, so I'm going to get myself out of here, and I'm going to spotlight you so that you can share your 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll do my absolute best. Okay, so let me
You got it?
Looks like we're frozen. Can you see me still?
I can see you.
Okay, then I'll just go for it.
Roll with it.
All right. So, this story begins in 2012 when I was in Las Vegas, and I wanted to take my daughter skiing for the very first time, which is a little ski resort outside Las Vegas. And we went to the ski resort, and what happened was I wound up crashing while I was skiing. She was in ski school, not with me. I wound up crashing and actually shatter my heel bone in the process. And so I have to be taken off of the mountain by ski patrol, taken down to the hut, the whole process, and an ambulance ride down to the hospital, to the point I had to call a friend to come get my daughter who's in ski school, had no idea it happened. Well, this left me held up on my couch, my living room couch, for about 3 months while I was healing. I couldn't go back to work, couldn't really move, had to keep it elevated. And during this process, I was really starting to analyze where I was in life. I was a successful sound engineer working in Las Vegas, about as high in my career as I'd want to go at the time. And I started thinking about, well, where do I want to go next? What's my next process in this journey I'm on? So I looked at my shelf and saw my Unity books there and started reading my Unity books. And my father is a minister in Boulder, Colorado. So I was raised in ministry, but it always been that sort of thing where you distance yourself from what your parents did. So I had not really considered it for myself. I started reading my Unity books and I thought, you know what? Ministry was a pretty good life for my father. Perhaps I should look into it for myself. But I was still tentative. I hopped online. I looked for classes that were happening on the ministerial path and said, all right, well, I'll sign up for some classes. And they were in Kansas City, Missouri, which would require me to actually travel out to take these classes. And by that time, I was mobile enough that I could use a knee scooter to get around. And so I decided that's what I was going to do. I was going to go for it. And I had my father actually come out and take over my life in Las Vegas so that I could be freed up to go to Kansas City. So he watched my kids, he took care of my house, he did all the chores, everything else. And I got to the airport on my little knee scooter, traveling by myself. I took my Lyft ride down to Unity Village, and I was kind of questioning the whole process the whole way along. Is this really for me? Is this the Unity I was raised in? What if it's not the Unity I know and love? What if it's different? What if the education is not what I'm expecting? And when I got to the gates of Unity Village, all the answers of my questions came right in that moment. When we passed that precipice and I saw the grounds and I saw the buildings, areas that I had visited growing up with my father, who would go there for conferences and different events, I knew in that moment, this was it. This is exactly what I was supposed to be doing. I'm right in the right spot. So I still had my broken heel. I was still going to classes on my knee scooter, going through that process. But it was a transformational shift in my life where I realized I had been ministering all along. In my day-to-day job, I've been talking to people about the power of the mind, the power of intention, all these different things. And I was sort of reminiscing through the classes of my own spiritual process, my own spiritual awakening that I was on. And I wanted to share that with other people. So that's what that key moment happened for me. That accident led to me going into seminary and then getting ordained. I actually wound up having a ministry in Las Vegas for about 5 years, ministering in Boulder, Colorado for 2.5 years with my brother and my father, or my sister and my father. And now I'm the executive director of Unity Worldwide Ministries. So from that moment of the accident to where I am today, that really was a pivotal point to shift my direction, which I could have gotten depressed. I could have gotten down about my situation, but really looked at what are the opportunities that are available to me and where could this take me? So that's the gist of my story. I don't have to use a full 5 minutes. That's it.
Oh, that's right. That was awesome.
That's an amazing story. I don't know if my voice is echoing or not, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm glad that you paused and looked around to find out what the next step was, no pun intended, and to find out what the options were, and then wisely thought them through and acted on it. I also want to know what kind of dog you have that is so obedient that it's sitting beside you and not scratching at the windows or chewing the seatbelt, wanting to get out.
Oh, I muted him. Hold on. Let me get you back on here, Chad.
Missed whatever you said.
So he's a half Corgi, half Chihuahua mix. So he's just dealing with a lot of internal mental struggles. That's why he's back there. His Chihuahua side debating his Corgi side.
Well, we all have something to work on, don't we?
That's right. So that's Reverend Shad Groverland. Shad, thank you so much for being here, CEO of Unity Worldwide Ministries. And you can learn more about Unity at unityworldwideministries.org. Thanks for being part of our special event tonight. That was awesome. I love your story. So thanks for being here, Shad. All right, cheers to Shad. So you know how you do that. You share your comments, you share the stream and give him some love. Let him know what resonated with you if you've had those moments those turning point moments in your life as well. We'd love to hear from you. Post it in the comments. I'm seeing hello, Reverend Shad, and hi, lots of hellos. Hello to the cat. Hello, everybody. So thanks for so much for being here, for commenting and engaging. It is our first spoken word open mic night, and we just have this amazing lineup. So Shad Groverlin from Unity Worldwide Ministries, and now it is my absolute delight to introduce you to someone from an organization that is very, very close to my heart, and this is Melinda Dewey. So I'm bringing up Melinda from HeartMath's Heart Mastery program. So welcome, Melinda. It's great to have you here.
Oh, it's great to be here on such an auspicious day, right? I mean, we are right here as humans on the planet this time of year, as well as this time in human potential. It's so ripe right now. And we've had this period where there's a lot of challenges. People are forgetting to be kind to each other. They're impatient, and it creates a lot of incoherence. And then people are having trouble thinking too. They're having trouble working through what's going on, processing it, and getting impatient themselves, and then that spreads to each other. And so, like the what if up community, it's a lot to say in one word, community was asking, like, what can we do? And luckily, back in 1995, the HeartMath Institute was doing research and published some groundbreaking research. And I think, Dr. Joe, you're a fan also of HeartMath, aren't you?
I am indeed. Yes,
Yes.
I am.
Yes. And so they published this groundbreaking research because they connected what happens to our heart rhythms is affected by our emotions, and how our emotions affect our heart rhythms. So that means that if we shift one, we could shift the other. So, and this research actually is sort of like based on heart rate variability that you find in hospitals and in maternity wards and things. So this isn't something they just made up. And so they did this groundbreaking peer-reviewed research and found that connection. And so the depleting emotions like frustration, anger, impatience, those are really draining and depleting, and create a heart rate variability that starts to look like this, very chaotic. And our brain is connected also. It's listening all the time to our heart rate variability. So let's see, I'll get in the middle there. Mm-hmm. So if we have an incoherent heart rate variability, it goes up and affects our brain center, so we can't think as clearly. So a lot of things to have compassion for other people about. And if they have renewing emotions, those ones on that you see here in the green, if we're feeling appreciation, gratitude, care, compassion, those emotions create a renewing and coherent heart rate variability, and that goes up to the brain, and that allows more of our higher cortical thinking and also access to our intuition. So they also developed some tools to help us get there easily. So let's do one right now. It's called Quick Coherence, and we'll practice it together. So what we want to do is put our attention there. The first step is to put our attention there in the center of the heart, the chest area. So just put your awareness there. If you find you can put your awareness in your big toe, right? Wiggle it. Well, you can also bring your awareness there to the center of the chest, the heart area. And while you're there in your heart area, imagine you could breathe as if you could breathe in and out through your heart. A little slower and deeper than usual. If it's helpful, you could do it 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out. Just so it's even, in and out. Imagine you could breathe in and out through your heart. Whatever's comfortable for you. That's the first step. If it helps while you're learning it, you can put your hands in your heart. But later on, using it in life, you won't need to. The second step is activate a feeling of appreciation, care, or gratitude for someone or something in your life. It could be a person, a special place, a pet, anything that you appreciate, have gratitude for, or maybe compassion for. And activate that feeling so that you're feeling it now. Right here, right now, as you continue your heart-focused breathing. You can do this anywhere, anytime. So how does that feel now? Check in. How does that feel? What are your quality of your thoughts, your emotions, your perceptions? And know that you can come back to that anytime. And if you want a copy of that quick coherence technique, go ahead and just email support@heartmastery.com, and we will send you a sheet that has that information on it.
Oh, thank you, Melinda. How you feeling, Joe?
I was
feeling
just
it?
going to say thank you, first of all. But second of all, that's what I'm feeling. It's not just the words thank you, but we activated that appreciation. And I actually, I don't know, I got a little grin on my face because, and a little chuckle now, because I'm feeling the appreciation all the way through. It may have started in there, but it just seems to have expanded, put it that way, expanded.
Mm-hmm.
So very beautiful, Melinda. Thank you for doing that. Wow.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Let us know if we can help anymore.
Thank you, Melinda. Thanks so much for being here. When I saw you were coming, I'm like, oh, I hope we get to do a heart math meditation.
Yes,
It was wonderful.
Great. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
inviting me.
Thank you so much. So remember, you can share your applause just by commenting and sharing and liking. I'm seeing some heart math fans here. Judy says, I am a fan of heart math too. Mitch is a heart math fan. Judy says, thank you for that coherence technique. It is a wonderful way to move into this this day and this celebration. We are stepping into the bright side, the sunny side of the street, as you said, Joe.
Well,
So,
one beautiful way to get on the sunny side of the street is through appreciation. So I'm so glad that she did that. We talk a lot about gratitude, but if she just pointed out with the simplicity of the method she just taught with 2 steps, you can just think of something that you're already grateful for, and that aspect of gratitude will begin as a seed and begin to expand. So any of us can do this at any time, anywhere. Doesn't matter with anybody. Just think of it, and you can begin the process and think of it from here.
I notice when my clouds, when I get those cloudy thoughts, you know, when I start noticing, oh, I'm off into judgment again, I'm getting critical again, I'm going down that rabbit hole again, that literally just being able to anchor back in and being able to touch the heart and re-anchor to that. And I also just, you know, I love heart math. I love the heart math tools. I've got my little M-Wave. I'm doing meditations. And so I think it's just amazing work, amazing science, amazing research, and really grateful for the heart math community. And of course, for Melinda for being here with us on this open mic night. Are you having fun? I'm having fun.
I'm waiting for the renegade poet that represents What If Up to come and tell us a What If Up poem.
Oh, okay.
Something
That
they
could happen.
And it might just what if that just happens right in the next few minutes?
What if
Or-
someone is just writing inspired by everybody they see? What if there's something that is being born right now?
Yeah, and they, what did you want them to write in? Hashtag wild card.
Hashtag wild card. So yeah, so if you are not in the lineup and you're like, oh, I've got something I want to share, I am that poet. I am that rogue poet. Put hashtag wild card in there, and then as we have time in our schedule, we're going to be pulling in some wild cards as well. So beautiful meditation, all kinds of love coming in through the chat. So thank you all for engaging. We are streaming through Facebook. We are streaming through YouTube. And for those of you that are watching, share, tag your friends, and let's have it be a date night. To me, it's like, this is the ultimate date night. Hang out together, be inspired. I've got my warm beverage. And so what more do you need? It's a good night. All right. Well, I'm going to move us to our next spotlight, who is queued up and ready to go. We have actually, I don't know if she's a rogue poet, but I do know she's a neuroscientist. So she's got a really juicy brain. She's a smart woman. I'm going to welcome to our spotlight, Adriana Medina. Hello, Adriana.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being part of our open mic. Those of you that are in the What If Up Club, you know Adriana because she is our resident neuroscientist and a What If Upper. So that is a.
And I wanna point out that my bridge to the community was actually through one of Dr. Joe Vitale's books. I read your book at 0, and you mentioned the What If Up process in it, and I was like, I need to get me some of that. So I went looking for that book, and here I am.
And I was thinking, as I looked at you here, that we were talking about keeping on the sunny side. Your smile is the sun itself. There's the sunny side right there. You're beaming. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. So here's the situation, and I'm the poet, but I want to keep beaming. But what I want to share tonight, it's a poem that is actually very sad. And what I want to do is emphasize the fact that I'm sharing it because this is a community where I feel safe. I went through some grief, and it's very deep, and I would not share this with just anyone. I'm sharing because I feel safe here, and this is what the community represents to me. So it's going to be a little hard for me to go through the whole thing. I've been trying to do it on my own out loud, and it's harder than I thought. But I hope it helps people. Maybe they see themselves in this situation. Maybe during the holidays, we can have happy moments, but we also remember things, and we have to go through all these emotions at the same time, and that it's okay. And that's what I want to share today. So I'm sharing a poem that is called A Home Among the Stars. Home is slowly moving away without asking, with no warning. Home is making its way to a place among the stars. First, Grandpa left. His crooked grins and playful pranks, not to be seen or heard again. In their place, nothing but eerie blanks. Then Grandma went. Like the soft breeze that cools the skin, her absence left a cold dent right in the middle of my heart. Now Daddy said, "It's my turn, kid. I pray that God takes this pain away." And so he passed. He rested in peace. He said, "No worries. With the Lord, I'll be okay." Some people talk excitedly about moving. They fill up houses. They buy many a thing. They get bored. They call the garbage man. They throw it all and hit the road again. But my house is the one that is moving, piece by piece, brick by brick. With the foundation plugged, where should I now stick? For the time is long before I go. That is at least what I hope. Yet it means life without them. All I can do is try and cope. Mother said to me, this cup of ours is looking toothless, kernels dropping off one by one. We are ever more less. But this is life, dear daughter. Remember what Grandma said. It's only pain that reminds you that you are not yet dead. Mindy, can you come back?
Wow.
I'm here for you, friend.
Wow. I totally felt that all the way through my bones. My cells are feeling it. I admire you for sharing that, for being so open and knowing this is a very safe place. I also know, because over the last couple of years, besides the pandemic, that I lost my father, I lost my best friend, a family member attempted suicide. There was been a lot of grief, and for a while it was tough to deal with, especially when I was dealing with the divorce and dealing with the pandemic and other things on top. And for whatever reason, I saw Stallone, Rocky. I saw Stallone, now in his 70s, talking about grief. And he had said that it's something that we're going to have to juggle. And he used the word juggle, that it didn't necessarily entirely go away. And we didn't necessarily want it to entirely go away, that there were good memories that were within it. And that ultimately grief is a good thing. And I almost wrote a book called Good Grief at one point, but there is a book called Good Grief that's already out there. So all of this is just to say, I admire you. I feel you. And as you pointed out, we're not alone. Everybody's gone through this or will go through this. So thank you for that poem.
Thank you. And thank you so much for allowing me this. That's usually not the kind of content that I would share. I'm usually talking about the brain and connection and how happy we can get. But this is part of life too.
Yes.
And what I love about the community is that we have each other for this. Because when this I wrote after the death of my father, and there's a lot of people that don't know that my dad died, because I didn't want to share in every kind of like their usual circles, because to hear platitudes, to hear I'm sorry that people feel that they have to give, that's not the real sharing. The real sharing comes with a community that you choose and the people that you choose to be with, and that you think, my heart is safe with you. And this is how I feel with the What If Have community. My heart is safe here, and that's why I made this choice today. And it all goes back to smiles, because I am so happy and excited to be part of this community and to be here today. So thank you so much for this.
Oh, thank you, Adriana. And I just want to acknowledge you too for your courage and your heart. Such a brilliant neuroscientist, and you can tell like she's not all brains. She's had this tremendous, enormous heart, and your willingness to share it with us, and just who you are in our community. For those of you who don't know what the What If Up Club is, we are a community of positive people who come together, no matter, how cloudy the day may be, we will find the light. That is what we are here committed to do. So if you're tired of being around people who tell you your ideas are stupid and you can't do it, and telling you all the reasons why it won't work, and you're looking for a safe place to launch some ideas, you found it. This is it. And we would love for you to join us in the What If Up Club, hanging out with some amazing people like Adriana. Our next spotlight is here, and we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty, but I don't think the audio is working, but I think her video is not working, but her audio is working. So I'm going to try to bring Randy on. Randy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Thank you so much for being here. So Randy is the founder and CEO of Project Happiness. So she has made a living out of bringing happiness to people every single day in your inbox, all kinds of ways. So Randy, I'm going to turn the spotlight over to you. We can't see you, but we're listening. So take it away, Randy.
Okay, thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here with you. And my apologies for the video, but let's concentrate on the positive energy, and I hope that you do feel that. So our theme is turning darkness into light, which I love. We are made of light. We're here to shine. Yet, why is it oftentimes that people get so bogged down or feeling stuck or caught up in the stresses of life? So today, I want to give you a few things to dial up your light. And the first one is starting with the breath. Let's say the body, somatic, and this is to help you release the darkness and increase your vitality. So let's imagine two colors. One is the color of joy, serenity, elevation, feeling peaceful. For me, I think that is an orchid pink, like a light orchid pink. Think of what that is for you. And then I'm wondering, what is your color of stress, of toxicity, of being burdened, and so on? Mine is a muddy gray. So get your two colors and close your eyes. I invite you to close your eyes. And we are going to do a breath. So count to a count of 4. Imagine the color of joy coming in from the bottom of your feet, rising through your torso, through to the top of your head, and feel that warmth rising to fill all of your cells, that feeling of peace. Now hold that for a count of 4 and let that color of joy spread. Now imagine the color of stress and find it at the top of your head. And as you exhale, feel it pulling all the stress in your body to that color as it descends through your chest, down your legs, and through your feet to the center of the earth where it dissolves. And you can try this for a few rounds yourself. And chances are that it will put you into a much lighter feeling place. So the second suggestion is to reframe. This is more of using your mind to reframe your past experience. And there's a quote, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. Life doesn't happen to you, but for you. So the message here is to be gentle with yourself and accept all of the parts of you that just didn't know any better, the human condition. Even though tough experiences have helped you know what didn't work for you, they also told you what now works for you and what you will and you won't tolerate in your life anymore. We're always learning. You've grown. So imagine that you are the protector or the coach of the younger, scared part of you. And now you can be there for yourself. You are stronger. You are wiser than you were before. And remember, it's by accepting and even loving even the darker sides that we find greater ease and greater freedom. It really opens the path to being fully integrated when we don't judge ourselves. And the third thing that I wanted to share with you is an invitation to think of a word that will be your theme for the upcoming year. And it could be anything. It could be freedom. It could be health, encouragement, accomplishment, peace, growth, joy, and so many others that might resonate with you. But the idea is to choose one and have it align with your deepest desires, on your body level, your mind, your soul. and filter every opportunity that comes your way on whether it fits in with your word. So if your theme is peace, is this opportunity going to increase your peace, or will it, take it away? And then you are in charge. You can make that choice. So that gives you a lot of agency in your own life. So breathe in joy, accept and embrace all of your sides tenderly, choose your word, and know that you're being guided. And you can even ask yourself a question before you go to sleep and see, if there's a clue or a signpost that jumps at you, or a lyric of a song, or a thought that pops into your head in the shower. You're not alone. Wishing you a wonderful year to come. And remember, the best is yet to come.
So true. Thank you, Randy.
Wow. I really resonated with what you were doing there, Randy. Thank you so much. And the word thing, I guess because I'm a word guy, really hit with me. And I was thinking, oh, what's my word? What's my word? I need a word. And then a bunch of them came to mind. But I also love the addition where you said, ask yourself, is your decision, whatever those decisions are throughout the year, supporting the fulfillment of that word? That's brilliant. I just thought that was brilliant. Thank you so much for all of those steps. I really got a lot from it.
And for all the work that you do, bringing happiness to the planet.
Yes.
We are aligned in mission with the What If Up Club here. Our mission is to elevate humanity. And we do that. It's right behind you, Joe. Be happy. What can we do? What if we are a community that brings joy and happiness to each other's lives? That's what we're here to do. So thank you again, Randy from Project Happiness. Thank you for being part of our special event. And remember, we're applauding, since you can't be there to go like, yes, that was so powerful. That was so meaningful. Maybe you have pom-poms like me. You can shake your pom-poms. Or if you're online, applause looks like comments and sharing and tagging your friends and inviting others to join us. Let us know how this is resonating with you. I'm seeing so many wonderful comments. Thank you for your deep, authentic share for Adriana. Loving the meditations. Let's see. I like dialing up my life, and reframing is so valuable. And her word, Judy's word, is fun.
Oh, I like that. Feeling uplifted now.
I like that. It's an acronym.
Very, very good. Very good. I like that a lot.
All right. Well, Joe, we have one more a special guest for this hour, and we actually have a professional poet in the house. So I'm adding to our stream here. There she is, Beth Wood from the Pacific Coast. We're coast to coast right now. Hi, Beth.
Hi, it's wonderful to see you.
Thanks so much for being here. So Beth has multiple poetry books, and many people know her as a singer-songwriter as well. So what's it? I'm like, what's it going to be? Is it going to be music? Is it going to be poetry? What do we get today? I'm gonna give you the spotlight.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that so much, and I'm so excited and happy to be here with you today. And I already feel uplifted and enlightened just from listening in the past few minutes. So thank you so much for doing this and for inviting me. I'm feeling moved to share poetry today, and I am often inspired by Mindy and her question of what if up. And I ask myself all the time, what if poetry really is important? And what if I can share my love of poetry with the world? So thank you for having me here today. And it's good to know I've got other word nerds here with me today. So I'll share a few. This poem came through last weekend. I had the opportunity to co-facilitate a solstice retreat. And we used creative writing as one of our tools for looking for the light. And I was thinking about during especially hard times, but also during any time, how nature and the natural world has been such a constant for me. And whenever I'm looking for what is true, all I need to do is step outside and be outside. So this is a little bit of a tribute to that. It's called Let It Be Said. Let it be said that darkness comes, and so does light. That this being human is hard and messy and strange, and yet somehow the most natural song there is. Let it be said that water has answers, that trees know things we cannot imagine. Their thick green canopy waving like 1,000 arms in the wind, calling out to you, come sit, child. Let us tell it from the beginning. So I'd like to share this poem called Corgi in the Park. And this is a true story. This is a scene that I actually stumbled upon walking in the park by my house. And it's just a reminder that there is light as long as we look for it. It's called Corgi at the Park. Yes, there is despair. There is cruelty beyond all imagining. There is fire, flood. There are flying bullets, tyrants, hearts tangled in nettles of bramble, barbed wire, thorn. There is uncertainty, shame, wounded pride, shedding of skin, walking thousands of dust-covered miles just to take back your own name. But there is a corgi at the park with a wheelchair, chasing a red bouncing ball, and that alone is enough to keep on going.
Thank God for corgis, right?
Oh my God,
And for red
corgis.
rubber balls. You got
Exactly.
something to chase, something to go for.
We recently had a holiday parade in our town, and Santa was pulled in a sleigh by a team of corgis. It's the most delightful
Nice.
thing.
As it should be.
Right.
It doesn't matter how bad it gets, you can always think of corgis.
That's
On the
right.
sleigh, right? There it is. Wow, beautiful, Beth. Thank you so much. I'm so touched. We've got people watching on YouTube. Thank you, Wanda, for checking in. In Texas, Mitch is saying welcome and beautiful, and
Thank you.
just really touching the heart that this is what today is about. It's like, sure, I look out my window and it's pitch dark, but I look at you and everyone that's joining us, and there's just light everywhere I see. So thank you
Beth,
for being that.
I have a question for you, Beth.
Mm-hmm.
Is it symbolic that it looks like you have 3 doors behind you?
It is.
Does it represent 3 choices that we have any moment or for the
There's
new
a tiger
year?
behind one, and there's
Right. Which door do
corgi
you
behind
get?
another.
Choose
Right.
which door is the one you want for the new year. Yes.
I like it. I
That's
like
deep.
it.
That's
Very
deep.
beautiful.
Well, thank you so much. And for those of you that want to know more about Beth, go to bethwoodmusic.com and you can listen to her amazing songwriting, her beautiful voice, and read some really good poetry. So thank you, my friend, for being here.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yes, thanks again. And I too, I find, nature for me, I love the poem about just how the natural world speaks to us.
Right.
We have here we're up in the Adirondack Mountains, and we have a grove of white pine trees, and it's called the Elder Grove. I think of it like elder in that it's been around for a long time, but they're actually elder trees. That's the type of tree it is. But we just got news today that one of these trees in this grove went down in the storm that we had this past weekend. So a 350-year-old white pine, and they show this picture of this giant that is, has fallen in the woods. And, there's a sadness about it, but it makes me think of the book, The Giving Tree, the children's book about, now what will it become? And, I think of the insects that will live there and the things that will carve a home out of it. And, what we see is this is the end of a chapter, but it's the beginning of a new chapter as well. And it's a story that never stops. So,
well, on that line,
yeah.
Thomas Jefferson had planted a lot of trees around his home, Monticello, and there was a poplar tree that he had planted, and it grew up, got diseased, and had to be cut down. But a guitar maker in that area took the tree and made an arrangement with the Thomas Jefferson legacy or foundation, and they made 5 very unique guitars out of it. And they became the Thomas Jefferson acoustic popular guitars. Husson Dalton was the name of the manufacturer. I had one for many years, and I cherished it because I thought, Thomas Jefferson, he planted this tree. This tree had this long life. And then when its life was basically over, not all of it was over, because some of it was reincarnated into a handful of priceless guitars.
Right.
This is the cycle of life. This is also what if upping. What if we used the tree and made a guitar, and it would be the Thomas Jefferson guitar?
Yeah.
So you
what
never
if
know.
It's never over? What if it's never over? What if there's always the next thing? And even when sometimes, at first glance, we don't see it. What if it's there? And that's why, to me, the power of community is so important, because sometimes I can't see that there's a guitar in that tree. Sometimes I can't see it, but someone else can.
Yes.
And so when we can come together and say, okay, right now, all I see is this tree has gone down. When we can, what if up that with each other, sometimes we can see that thing that we're grieving is a stepping stone to the next thing,
Yeah, it could be giving birth to something else that you don't see because of the blinders we have that might be grief.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I love about what if upping is that you don't know where it's going. You don't know what you or somebody else that's what if upping with you in a group might create. But whatever it is, it could have the same impact as a guitar coming out of a tree that somebody else might have just burned and destroyed, just thinking, well, the tree's dead, that story's over. No, the tree's not dead and the story's not over. What if we made guitars out of it?
Yeah.
It's cool.
I love it. I love it. And Joe, this has been so much fun. I can't believe we're already into our first hour. We have so many more amazing guests lined up. And
well, even though I'm sad that I'm going to bow out, I'm excited for you because I know who's coming to help you.
Well, hey, I was going to say, would you like to pave the way and help me introduce our next fabulous co-host?
Of course. Your next fabulous co-host is the legendary, incredible, inspiring Lisa Winston, who is a best-selling author, world traveler, speaker, and my partner. She's in the other room of the house. She's already got a big smile on her face and is waving her version of a pom-pom.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, you sound great.
Thank you, you guys. I'm so excited to be here. How come your blue shirts look much more blue than my blue shirt?
Oh, lighting, I think. Bright lights.
It's probably lighting.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. I love the first hour. I watched almost all of it, and it was so inspiring, and I learned a lot of things myself, and I tried them as well. So it was really amazing. Thank you. And thank you, my love, for the introduction. Thank you, man.
Yes, and thank you, Joe, for kicking things off. And
I'm going to leave because I have to go get Lisa dinner.
Well, aren't you lucky? All right.
I had a great time. Thanks for having me.
Give Joe some love in the comments. Give Joe some love in the chats. This is a spoken word open mic night. We are replicating the coffee shop. And even though we can't give each other hugs and high fives and really, embrace each other like we could in person, we can still wave our pom-poms, right? And we can comment and we can share and we can like. Thank you so much for being here as we kick off. This is like such a fun marathon type event. So Lisa, what does it mean for you? Out of the darkness into the light. What does that mean to you?
I have so many things I could talk about. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know, your audience probably doesn't know, the viewers here, the community that I lost my mother in 2018, took care of her till she passed away from breast cancer. And then after Joe and I started traveling back in 2019, early in 2019, I collapsed from neuro Lyme disease. And then the pandemic hit a year later, and I was still healing from Lyme disease. So lots of things have happened, and I've been trying to find my way back to the light. And I know that that's very true for many of you out there who have experienced so many traumas in this weird time that we're in. This is sacred, amazing, weird time that we're in, right? So I want to share just a couple things, because I had a couple of ideas, and of course, you know how the universe just goes, oh, this is what you're going to talk about.
Right.
It was what I was going to talk about initially, and now I'm back to it. So I wanted to share with everybody, remember, I wanted to talk about how, first of all, we are all miracles. This is a miracle. This moment is a miracle. We complain about everything, but my gosh, we live on a ball in outer space. So it's like we are miracles living in a miracle world. And I wanted to show, because if you guys remember in Moto, one of my favorite, Love Thyself, in this book, you know, when we have certain emotions, right? There we go. This is happiness. This is a water crystal from happiness. So, you know, if you can put water in a bottle and then you emit happiness into that water, the water crystals actually change into something that looks like that. So it's so powerful, because our emotions do affect everything. And I know you had a lot of people on here this last hour that talked about that. So trying to get to joy, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. If there are a lot of people out there like I am, I have a lot of PTSD from a very young age. You know, I lost my house to wildfire, had breast cancer, I was gang raped in college. We all have these experiences, right? And even though they've left us, they have not left ourselves. If we have not grieved them, if we have not worked through them, they stay a part of our being, and they affect everything. It's like we're on autopilot. So the last year or two, being in quote unquote confinement with the pandemic, has really brought all of us to this place of, you know, going within to a deeper place. What is it that's blocking me and holding me back from joy? And so I've done a lot of work. Mendy, I'm sure you have. Joe has. Well, you know, doing tapping and energy processes and releasing processes and doing more and more and more. But the thing that we don't do is we don't have fun. Some people have fun. I know Mendy has fun. I always was a stuffy adult. I know you do. I love that about you. God, I want to be you. No, seriously. Most of us get into that stuffy adult syndrome. We worry about, you know, I haven't seen my kid in 2 years. I'm grieving that. That's horrible. We worry about everything, and we're in that syndrome. So we do what has to be done, like we do in the real world. We go to work and we do what we have to do, but we don't have fun. And so I've been an artist for my whole life. I've been a professional vocalist for 40 years, and I've been a watercolor painter for many years. But I put that to the side, because I thought, you know, you can't start a business around having fun and doing what you love. You just can't. Like, you can't make money doing that. You don't, you know. Well, 8 months ago, the universe brought me this beautiful download. This is what you're supposed to do. And so I got a knowing that I was supposed to go back to my art, because I did not like what I was doing for my business. It was heavy. I was not in joy. I was not having fun. And when you don't do that, you don't make a lot of money. Nothing really seems aligned. And so I am back to painting, only I'm doing a new medium, and it's called acrylic flow painting. I don't know if you can see, probably can't see all these. But anyway, I do a lot of different things, lots and lots and lots of different things that you can't see that are spectacular. And the beautiful process of this is that you have to let go. You have to trust the universe. You have to just, with flow painting, or pour painting as they call it, P-O-U-R painting, you have to surrender to the universe. You have to trust. You have to let go. And that is something that we all have trouble doing. We're all control freaks. And so creativity is like oxygen. I talk about that. It is critical to our well-being, to our health, to our prosperity, to our joy, to everything. Joy. And I want to read just a little bit, if I may, from Elizabeth Gilbert's book called Big Magic. I bet you a bunch of people know that. She talks about creativity, and I just want to read two little portions of this that I think are really important. Creativity is sacred, and it is not sacred. What we make matters enormously, and it doesn't matter at all. We toil alone, and we are accompanied by spirits. We are terrified, and we are brave. Art is a crushing chore and a wonderful privilege. The work wants to be made, and it wants to be made through you. And then she goes on to say, perhaps creativity's greatest mercy is this. By completely absorbing our attention for a short and magical spell, it can relieve us temporarily from the dreadful burden of being who we are. And so she also says that not expressing creativity turns people crazy. If you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you don't bring forth what is within you, what you don't bring forth will destroy you. Think about that. That's from the Gospel of Thomas. So it says, do it whether the final product, your souvenir, is crap or gold. Do it whether the critics love or hate you, or whether the critics have never heard of you and perhaps never will hear of you. Do it whether people get it or don't get it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't have to be Plato. It's all an instinct and an experiment and a mystery, so begin. And so the biggest thing that I've learned in this past year is really and truly, you know, we always talk about finding our soul purpose, our soul path. What are we really here to do? And we all do things like I was I had a coaching business for 8 years, and I did that, and I was, it was okay. I didn't love it. When you finally align with who you really are at the deepest soul level, and you say hell yes to everything that comes forward that you're afraid to do, like I was afraid to say I'm create an art business. That's crazy. All those little things were coming in my mind and saying you can't make money doing what you love. You're going to be a starving artist. All those things that are lies, because if you look at a lot of artists out there, there are a lot of people who are doing what they love, and because they do what they love, prosperity finds them. It's not actually, I don't like to look at it as a business. And you may not think you're a creative, but we all are creative at our core, all of us, whether it's gardening or something that's digital media or graphics, or it could be anything. You get to create. You get to let go and move out of your own way and trust and surrender and just do something that you could do for hours. And in that space, you will find joy and healing. I promise.
I love that, Lisa. There's so many things you said. I mean, the fun factor resonates big time for me. It's one of my core values. And when I started putting fun, it's like personal development work, it can be pretty heavy. And I've been to a lot of workshops and retreats and things like that. And I have gone through my boxes of tissues. And I've led things like that as well. But one of the things that I have found with our What If Up Club is we came in and said, intentionally, we want our culture to be, the 3 values that we build it on: fun, authenticity, and excellence. We want to do our best. We want to do it authentically, and we want to have fun doing it. And the fun factor has been probably the most important thing, to have a group of friends that's doing the work with you, but that it's not heavy, that it can actually be joyful. We can have, for those of you that didn't see, this is going to be archived, so you can go back, catch Adriana's poem that she wrote and shared with our community, to be able to be that real and that deep with each other and have fun doing it, to find the light together.
Yeah, I love that. Everybody that came on here is so heart-centered and aligned and loving and supportive. And I get emotional when I hear it, because there's sometimes you go to communities and they're so superficial.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really safe space and a beautiful space. And I want to thank you, Mandy, for having the vision and creating it.
Well, the other thing that popped into my head when you were talking about Elizabeth Gilbert and Eat, Pray, Love, and the movie and all that kind of thing, right after the movie came out, I had the opportunity to interview her about the creative process. And one of the things that she said, that's probably one of the most impactful things from any of the interviews that I did at that time, is I asked her, I read Eat, Pray, Love. And obviously that book is a journey of hitting rock bottom and digging out, and finding, first it's in pasta, and then it's in prayer, and then it's in love, So I asked her, I said, what was it like to give birth to a project like that, where it's so real? I mean, you're just pulling it out of yourself. And she said to me, she said, I don't think of it as I gave birth to the book. I think of it as the book gave birth to me. And as you talk about creativity and how we have to express that creativity, it's not for, we might think it's for the business or for the art or for the thing that we're creating, for the relationship or the job or the career, but all of it, everything that we're creating is for who we become in the creating of it.
Yeah, and to share our light with the world. I mean,
Yeah.
we are lit up, we light up other people. That's the
Yeah.
beauty of it. That's what we're doing here in this community in many ways. So
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. And I'm seeing comments. Thank you, everyone who's joining us live. Question for you from Wanda, who's watching, I believe, on YouTube. Lisa, were you involved in the documentary Wisdom in Trauma?
no, I never even heard of it. I'll have to I probably would have been a good candidate.
Yeah, that's interesting. And then Judy says, I'm right here with you on fun. Love what you said. We are miracles living in a miracle world. Yes, yes, yes. Judy is the light. It is who she is. And that's what we're celebrating today is, even as, I don't know, you probably got some dark skies there. You're in Central Time Zone down in Texas. It's dark outside. It's a lot of night today. It's a lot of night today. But we're bringing the light. We're bringing it. We're bringing it. So thank you to everyone who's a part of our open mic night. Now I want Judy, I want you to know, I see your wild card. So if you are like Judy and you're watching tonight and you're thinking, I might just have, maybe you're not on the schedule, you're not on my little list, but you've got a poem or you've got some prose or you've got something that you want to share, you've got a story to tell or a song to sing, do what Judy did, put yourself in there as a and as we have an opening, we'll toss it over to you, and and we may have that. In fact, our first guest I don't see yet, so let me look at my special little calendar here. This hour, just so you know, is I'm really excited because not only do we have some people that have found us online that I have never met before. So it's totally like, this is exciting. I don't know who's coming, but also we have a family. We have some teenagers who are going to be joining us this hour. So that's going to be really cool. Some fabulous coaches, prizes. Remember, engage, share, comment, because we do have some fun things to give away as well. So let's see. Judy, I am going to go offline and I'm going to send you the link to our green room so that we can bring Judy in the house. And as I do that, Lisa, if you just want to share just, what some of your high spots are, what some of the ahas are as you've been watching today and just kind of seeing. Mitch says, I love giveaways. I know I have, I see your book, your Turning Point. I got mine too. So great book. Highly recommend. I think you even start out like first chapter with some what ifing in here.
Yes.
So,
and I was going to read the Walt Whitman poem in the back.
Oh, there you go. Well, let me give you the spotlight for that as I reach out to Judy and get her the link so we can bring her up. We got our first wild card of the evening. All right, Lisa, take it away.
All right. Hey, everybody. Manny's going to step away. I just wanted to share that, first of all, I love how you guys are so heart-centered. It's so wonderful. I was also watching because I still am having some health challenges with neuroalignment stuff in my heart. And so I loved when we did the meditation from the Heart Math Institute. That was so important to get connected and centered, because our emotions, again, that's why I'm doing my creative stuff on top of getting the download to do it, is that our emotions that are stuck, we don't even know that they're creating stuff in our body. And so I love that when we, sit and connect to our heart space and calm our emotions down. A lot of times, again, we're on autopilot. We don't even know, that anything's happening, but our mind is constantly telling our body what to do, giving it messages. So really important to be aligned, grounded, centered, heart-centered. And that was beautiful. But I loved everybody's shares. I absolutely loved everybody's shares. I can't see, everyone can see and hear me, but I can't see everybody and hear them. So anyway, I'm really excited to hear what everybody else has to say, the people who are scheduled and the people who are the wild cards that just show up. Mandy, are we ready to do the wild card? Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted. You're muted.
I just sent the link to Judy. So Judy's going to be our wild card. If you're watching this and you're like, wow, this is inspiring and I've got something to say, that's what an open mic night is. And this is a spoken word open mic night, which means you can just talk, you can tell your story. It's a 5-minute spotlight. So, we're keeping things moving, and that's super exciting. I see people joining us. Andy in the house. Woohoo, down in South Texas. Great to have you here. Wanda is watching on YouTube. She says, today's daily word is I shine the light of God. So it is a day to affirm the light, no matter what we see when we look out the window. Thank you, Wanda, for joining. And I see, I'm going to bring you up a little early because I see one of our spotlights here. In fact, I'm so excited to have Christina here. Christina Marlett. Hi, welcome.
Hello. Hi.
It's great to have you here. I know that not only do we get to hear a spotlight from you, but you got the whole family.
Yep, we do.
So that's awesome. So, Christina, I'm going to pull up your link here because you are the founder of CourageousSelfCare.com. And I have been checking out your website and like, wow, I need this. So you're going to be like on your email list and you have all kinds of really cool events coming up. So I love what you're doing. It's such an important part of finding that light. If we can't take care of ourselves, then it just feels like, we're always treading water. So I appreciate you being here. I'm going to turn over the spotlight to you, Christina, and then I'll let you introduce our next spotlights as well, because they're your kids.
That's right.
Take it away, Christina.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you. I'm so grateful to be here. And like Mandy said, I am passionate about learning to take amazing care of ourselves so that we can give from the overflow and not give from emptiness and bitterness and resentment. And I know I've given from that place a lot, and no one wants to receive that kind of energy. So I thought if I focused on courageous self-care, then not only would I benefit, my family would benefit, and we just get to keep on learning and having better and better lives. So a few years ago, I wrote a book called How Ugly, Awkward Dancing Changes Everything. And at the time, that was the focus of my business. And I had clients who learned to access parts of themselves through movement that they'd never experienced before. And it was like my personal healing journey from perfectionism. And I was having such remarkable results with the clients who were brave enough to say, I don't know what you're doing, but I'll try it. And they kept on having these amazing results. And I was unclear on what exactly was happening. So I wrote this book to get clear. And I thought I would share a poem that's part of the book. And dancing is very, very important to me. I grew up dancing. I think it's one of the most exceptional ways to connect simultaneously with spirit, with your higher self, with your physical body, with the energy of music. There's just nothing like it. And James Brown, there's a quote from James Brown in the book. He said, if dancing doesn't solve or if there's a problem that dancing cannot solve, I don't know what it is. And I wholeheartedly agree. So I wanted to share this poem that I wrote, and then I thought we would move a little bit and experience some of that light radiating through us. All right, so this poem is called If We Dance. What makes a dancer? Let's explore. Practice for 10 years, maybe more? Is it someone who dresses in tutus and lace? Someone with makeup all over her face? Do dancers have to know all the right moves? A b-boy who poses, pops, locks, and grooves? Maybe a dancer has talented feet that tip-tap and clap out a special beat. Maybe dancers can only be girls who balance on tiptoe, spin dozens of twirls. Maybe dancers must dance in twos, guiding, striding to music they choose. Maybe a dancer must stay on beat, matching music he hears to rhythm of feet. Or maybe the dancers are you and me, and dancing is one way we can be free. Our hearts beat the rhythm, we dance from within. Our movements unplanned, we jump, glide, and spin. Dancing is sacred. Dancing is fun. When dancing together, our hearts beat as one. Dance makes us happy, increasing vibration, boosting our energy with joyful creation. If each human being danced every day, the world would be different. We'd all find our way. Because dance is expression of greatness inside. When we share that with others, our hearts open wide. So dance with me now. Let's do our part when we show others how our healing can start. Dance with me now. It's our time to shine, to pulsate, to gyrate, expressing divine. All right. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're muted.
You're still
There we go.
There we go.
I just had to jump in and say how much I love that. Are you just having a blast with this too, Lisa?
Oh my God. Well, I'm being called out. You know, it's one thing that I mean, I was on stage for 40 years, you know, as a singer, but I moved back and forth. I'm so awkward. But I feel so awkward in my body when I dance. And so I'm totally
awkward dancing.
called out.
But here's the thing. What I think is so beautiful is when people, however they show up in their bodies, the only thing that's ugly and awkward is how we judge ourselves.
Mhm.
When people are moving and expressing themselves or making a statement and not moving, it is so beautiful. So I just wanted to invite people, maybe you've been sitting for a while and I wanted to let a little bit of that light shine out. Are you open to that?
Man, you're calling us out. I have to tell you, you've got your fan club here too. So you've got all kinds of people checking in, sending you love and kisses, and thanks for inviting them to this event. So yeah, I mean, should I leave cameras on? Should we like really go bold? Are you up for that?
Let's
Lisa?
do it. I've got my husband here, Paul.
Okay.
But he's not going to come on camera. He is going to play a little bit of drums for us.
Ooh,
Cool.
Okay.
all right.
So
I'm up.
I'm going to guide you through. And remember, it doesn't matter how it looks. It's more about how it feels. And if you are open enough to let movement come through, oh my gosh, you are setting the stage for an exceptional 2022. And this day is so powerful in terms of the light that is shining through and the darkest day of the year. So let's move from however you feel about dance. Maybe it's dark, maybe it's light, but let's get that light expressing through. So first of all, just your knees. Put some light into your knees. And what if light was radiating out of your hips? What would that feel like? Seeing like light beams in every direction. And what if light was coming out of your shoulders? Just get curious about how your shoulders can move. And hands and arms. Send the light out. And out of the top of your head. Put it all together. Your array of light expressing divine.
Woo! We all need a drummer at home.
Yeah.
That's what I need. That's what I want for Christmas. I want a drummer.
Well, I'm sure there's lots available on Spotify.
Cool.
So that gives you a little bit of a taste of how good it feels to be embodied. I'm so much about embodiment and bringing all that high vibration being of who we are and allowing it to reside in our bodies so that we can express it out.
I love it. I have to ask people that are watching, are you doing this? Was it just us or were you up there dancing? So in the comments, fess up. Were you in it? Were you moving? Judy says, I am feeling even better now. It does feel good. It feels great. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you for that.
Oh, say that again, Lisa.
Oh, I said thank you for that. That was amazing.
You're welcome.
That you can do it in your own home, in the privacy of your own home, and it doesn't matter how you look. So we should all be doing it.
Yeah.
If each human being danced every day, the world would be different. I'm sure of it.
It does. It feels good. And it's amazing. We talk about happiness and creating a shift and your turning point. And sometimes it's as easy with heart math. We talked about just going to the heart, going to gratitude. And sometimes it's going out and just shaking it all off.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Shake it off and move and giving a fresh start that way as well.
Yeah. I'm writing a new book. I'm reading a series of 5 books about courageous self-care. And the chapter I'm writing right now is called Unicorns, Rainbows, and Happy Bum.
I love that. Those are all good things, right?
Yeah.
All good things. Well, Christina, our next spotlight is your daughter.
Yeah.
And so can I have you tee this up in terms of what this is about?
Absolutely. So my daughter, Zoe, she loves performing. She loves words. She loves writing. Over the pandemic, she wrote 3 novels. She wrote a trilogy. And when I asked her if she was interested in contributing to this celebration of the light, she said absolutely. She'd love to write a poem. And she was going to perform it live, and then got invited to a day out of skiing in the mountains. And so she spent many hours. She wanted to honor her commitment and spent many hours creating a one-woman show, I guess, of this poem. And she recorded it. And man, when we watched it yesterday, I was crying. I was laughing so hard.
She did an amazing job. So I'm going to switch gears now so that we can show Zoe's video. So this was produced specifically for this event, and it's inspiring. I love just having young people be a part of what we're creating here, because to know that they are seeing the light in such a powerful way. So everybody, you're in for a treat. I'm going to take us over here, and we get to watch Zoe's fabulous video for our spoken word open up mic. Here we go.
Winter. It is cold outside. The days get longer. The darkness wraps around our bodies like blankets of snow. But soft, there is something out there. Light. What in the world is going on here?
Why, I haven't the faintest idea.
Alone. Am I alone? In this vast, incomprehensible space. My being. My being. My being. My being. Lights. My being. Lights. Thank you. It floats through precious hours wide on this cold and living winter's night. La, 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 la. Hey! This isn't about Christmas. Okay, fine. Is this better? Ooh. And sometimes, dear, I wonder if it is of the dark I am afraid, or of the places that it takes us if we let our own fear lead. Voices calling out. Dragging me from my source of light. But only till I stop them, dear. And yes, without a fight. I wrangle them together and they haven't got a clue. For those dark, cold voices, they need love too. It's okay. It takes a spark to light a blaze, and that's all this world needs. Spark, 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 spark. You're so close. You're so almost. Oh, so close. Thank you. And in our darkest hour, my dear, upon the darkest night, when darkness wraps around our bodies, cloak of snow and whispered prophecies, so slightly out of sight, we go towards the future while learning from the past. We continue on to morning, not fearing, not afraid, for in our trembling, hopeful hands spills forth a golden light. I think I get it now.
As do I.
And the moral of the story is, no matter how long the darkness lasts, there will always, 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 always come a light.
Wow. No words.
I'm laughing, but I'm also tearing up because it's so beautiful. I can hear my daughter, my 14-year-old daughter in the other room, and she actually commented, she said, "This is amazing. I want to be friends with this person."
She is an exceptional human being.
Yeah, really, really beautiful. Beautifully done. So thank you, Zoe. I'm sorry you couldn't be here with us live, but hey, what if she were here live, we wouldn't have had my favorite was the
I know.
I don't know how she did that.
Yeah. I know, it was so clever.
She's so clever. Way to go, Zoe. So Judy says, way to go, Zoe. This is amazing. Creativity in abundance. So true. So true. And, I see it. Lisa, anything you want to add before we go to our next spotlight?
I mean, like you said, it was funny, but it was amazing how she went back and forth and she created the whole thing. And then she also instilled the emotion. It was funny because we went from, I did the same thing. I was laughing. And then I went into feeling the emotion of those emotional parts. So just brilliant. Absolutely. Yeah.
And I don't know what she's holding there, but I want me one of those.
It's something people are doing now. It's like taking found objects like old crystal and they're filling them with wax and then putting in several wicks. So it was a candle with 3 different wicks in an antique bowl.
Really beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. And I see right behind you,
he's getting set up.
There's someone getting all queued up here. So the Marletts are bringing down the house this hour. I just want to say.
We're like the Marlett family performers.
Yes, it is. You have a lot of talent in your family. So would you like to introduce Christina, our next spotlight? Because I can tell he's getting all revved up behind you.
He is. So this, we're going to change the camera angle in a moment. This is my son, Oakley. He is also an exceptional human being. And when I asked him, when I asked him if he was interested in, he'd written maybe a verse of a song over the last month. And I said, do you want to finish it in a week and perform it? And he courageously said yes. And so he finished it up, I think yesterday. Yesterday. Nothing like a deadline to help get things done. And he is very keen to perform this beautiful song. He's self-taught, so he's watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to play the guitar, and he's had a few lessons here and there. I think he sings like an angel. It might just be me. I'm his mom. But I think he's amazing, and I'm really excited to share him with you. So we're just going to change the angle here.
Okay. Here's Oakley. All right.
You're our first singer-songwriter of the evening. So
good. I'm glad.
It's awesome.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Over to you, Oakley.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, as my mom said, I wrote this song. I've been finishing it over the last few weeks. I mean, the last week?
Mhm.
Yeah, and decided on the so I just called it The Wanderer. I hope that if you have any suggestions, let me know. But yeah, this is it. My dad will be playing the drums, and yeah.
You kept me, bud.
Hmm?
You kept me.
2, 3, 4.
Keep playing.
Oh, okay. When I open my eyes, you're there. Smell of flowers follows you everywhere. The sound of birdsong in the trees, rivers washing over me. You're the ballad of my storyline. I'm your lighthouse, your North Star. I will guide you near or far. Oh, oh, oh. Mountains hidden in singing trees. The answers float up on the breeze. I never have to worry about you. When you're falling, I'm falling too. You're everything I ever dreamed. You're my lighthouse, my North Star. You will guide me near or far. Near or far. Your smile lights up the darkest days, inspires me in so many different ways. Helps me realize how the stars only light up your eyes. Makes me a better man, makes me a better man. Oh, makes me a better man, makes me a better man. Oh, 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 oh. You're my lighthouse, my North Star. I will guide you near or far. Near or far. Near or far.
Wow. Wow.
Pulling out the pom poms for you, Oakley.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was phenomenal.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
So awesome, Oakley. Thank you. You're getting all kinds of Facebook love too.
Awesome.
Let's
Thank
see.
you so much.
Wanda says, may you continue shining the light, bringing joy and sharing yourself.
I will.
And let's see, Maria, so much talent in one family. Wanda says Oakley. I already did that one. What else? Oakley. Everyone's sending you love. It's like pouring in. Just to let you know, I gave you a standing ovation.
Oh, yeah. So
Thank
glad.
you
so
for
glad.
this
Thank you so
performance. Jenna says that was awesome, and I would absolutely agree.
much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here, and thank you to your whole family for being part of our open mic night. Thank you, Christina.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Thank you so
everybody. Thanks,
Bye.
Dad, for drumming. You're all awesome.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Oh,
Wow, I'm like
need a moment.
buzzing. I know, right? I mean, I know how hard it is to write a song. And Joe, you know, coming up, I mean, he made it seem so easy.
Yeah. Oh, I know, that was absolutely beautiful. So that was Oakley Marlett and his entire family, from performance art, video to you know, to dance and everything in between. So, you know, super, super exciting.
Trouble
to
with
see.
in that family.
Yeah, just amazing. You know, it's one thing, and tonight's all about finding that light in the dark place. And nothing to me does that more powerfully than seeing that light come from a new generation.
Oh my God, I know. I love that. They're so connected. They're so aligned.
Yeah.
So beautiful to see. That's
Yeah.
the world.
Yes, I know. Just really, really beautiful and powerful. So thank you all for being part of this special evening as we are celebrating National Look on the Bright Side Day, and celebrating, you know, as a community, this ability to move beyond the darkness and to step into the light, no matter what may be happening around us. The dog is like, "What are you clapping about?" Nosing in the door, like, "I want some of that." They know where the light is, right?
So cute. Yeah.
So, yeah, really, really special. So thank you to everyone in that family, and thank you to all of you who are watching live and being part of this. So you are with us. We feel you. We see you. We see the comments coming in. It is awesome to be able to interact with you. Thank you for sharing this. Share it through your social media. Share it on YouTube, and invite people. If you see people, you're like, "Oh, I got to invite my friend, my mom, my sister, my dog." Invite them to be part of what we are celebrating here. Our ability to, our mission as the What If Up Club is to elevate humanity by spreading hope, building connection, and inspiring positive change. And tonight is all about spreading hope. So thank you so much to everyone who's been here. Great song. My suggestion is write more. What if you write some more, Oakley? What if we do more and more of these, and we get to watch you watch you grow into, you know, this amazing songwriter that you already are.
Yeah.
Really incredible. All right, so we have our next spotlight all queued up and ready to go. So I want to welcome a dear friend of mine and my coach, one of my fabulous coaches, Janet Redford. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Janet.
Hi, Mandy. Hi, Lisa.
So thank you for being here for our spoken word open mic night. I know you've got a spotlight ready, so I'm going to turn it over to you and let you take it from here. Go, Janet.
All right. Thank you. So I thought I would talk about navigating life, because I am a business coach, a business life coach. And what I find is sometimes we get scared about the ebb. You know, we always hear about ebb and flow. And ebb is has its own purpose. You know, nature has a cadence of ebb and flow, and it does it beautifully. There's ways that it balances. And so I wanted to bring in to embrace the ebb. That's what I want you to leave with, is to embrace the ebb. Whether you feel like something is ebbing in your life, know that there's a purpose in that there is power in that. Know that there's change and shift in that is bringing you to a higher level. You know, when I think about a river, I think of, you know, the current, and the current is typically flow. And we usually pay attention to the flow because we're in the flow. We're going the direction we want to go. So when we experience ebb, we feel pulled out of the flow, which is true, because it's like an eddy. An eddy is a circular motion that is contrary to the direction of the current. And when we step into this eddy, it's a place for us to relax, to rejuvenate, to be nourished. In fact, when I was looking up the eddy and it described it in the ocean, It said one of the things an eddy does in the ocean, because the ocean is so big and so deep, is that it reaches down almost like a large spiral. And what it does is it goes down to the cold part of the water and brings up all the nutrients to the surface. And that's really what I think an ebb is it's there for us to be nourished. It's there for us to reconnect to what we love. It's there for us to get clarity, because as we get back into alignment is when we shoot back out into the flow. And I feel like if we can pay attention to when things are ebbing, that's a signal to us that we're to step back out and shift our perspective of what we think it, or how we think it should happen, to what aligns with us, so that we can be more in alignment, we can be more relaxed. You know, what if we created relaxed power instead of muscle through power? What if we saw what was possible because we actually took space away from always having to be focused on something specific? What if we just play? What if we give ourselves permission to play and to take a break, especially when we're exhausted? You know, I think these are the body wisdoms we also receive that tells us to go into ebb. And so what I have learned for myself is to listen to myself and my business of when things are ebbing and flowing. And I can tell you right now, I'm in a big ebb in my business. And what I'm excited, I'm scared. And so the ingredient I'm adding is trust. Because if I embrace the ebb and I add in the ingredient of trust, I know that this ebb is creating a wave that's going to propel me even higher to showing up who I came here to be and to do the work I'm here to do. And so that's what I wanted to share with you is, to me, embracing the ebb can bring great light to your life and your business. And so that's my light.
I love that. People need to hear that, you know, because it's kind of like what happened during the pandemic, right? We all had to take but it's like, we have to look at ourselves. But it's like, no, it was a great time of creativity and going within and all that. So thank you for that. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. Mandy.
You're muted.
Muted.
Blah, 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 blah. I just had to point out that Janet is one of the best what if uppers on the planet as well. So
awesome.
I love all of your what ifs and how they tie into riding that wave and being in that ebb. So absolutely beautiful. And Janet is she is not only a member of our What If Up Club, she's been an advisor for as long as this has been percolating for the past couple of years for me. And she's also our group leader coach. So starting in January, we have What If Up groups that are going to be reforming. We have our fall groups, and now we have our winter groups about to start. And so for those of you that are interested, of course, just want to always invite all of you. This is what we do, is we spread hope and we build a connection and we inspire positive change. So it's not just here, like we get it out there, like the dance, we get it out there into the world. And Janet is one of the coaches for our group leaders. So if you're interested in joining the What If Up Club, head on over whatifup.org. And if you're thinking, it would be fun to get together with a group of people and do this as a practice, then check out our group leader trainings that are coming up first of the year. Janet, anything you want to add for those that are thinking about joining a group or becoming a group leader?
What I will tell you is it can be life-changing, because you're getting with like-minded people. And when you're generating possibilities, it really is having you step into what's possible for you. And because it makes it possible for you, then how can you serve to who you want to serve and just have a blast?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. The fun factor, right?
Yeah, have the time of your life.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Well, Janet, thank you so much. So great to see you here. Thanks for being part of our special event tonight. And Lisa, how you feeling?
No, I love her energy. I just love that. Embrace the ebb. I think that is so brilliant,
Yeah.
So needed. And I love how these people keep coming forward. Like she's another one where, you feel really safe. She's wise and she is, is calm, and she's also, elevating you at the same time. So she's one of those people that just will hold you. These are the kind of people that are coming forward for the What If Up Club. For this community. People of great
integrity and wisdom and love and everything. I love it. I feel it so deep.
Well, one of the things I think that what I see is being part of a community like this, it gives us a chance. It's one thing to have a technique. It's like, oh yeah, I know that, or I heard that, or I've done that, or, it's like whatever the tool is, like, oh yeah, I know all about that. But are we actually practicing it? And do we have the structure to be able to make it a discipline, just like we would go to the gym and work out every day? Like, oh yeah, I know how to do weights. I don't need to do weights because I know how to do weights. I know how to exercise. I don't need to do it because I already know how.
No, but what you're talking about is so important, because I was a lone wolf my whole life. I was in a coaching program because I had to learn how to build my business, but I always try to do it alone. And I'm sure Joe has talked about it, but being in any kind of a group, a mastermind or this or whatever, there's magic and there's power in community. And support and safety and insights that just come from the ethers, from the intuitive connection. So it is a powerful, powerful community. And I think I had told you one time when I was in the car with my daughter, and my daughter and I had this huge argument about something when I was visiting her in Eugene. And Joe got on the phone with me and did the what if up. This was years ago, and he gave a what if up that was so mind blowing that it shifted the entire conversation. And I mean, it was like my whole vortex shifted in that moment. That's how powerful it is if you learn how to do it.
Yeah. You made me think of a friend of mine. We were driving to a conference, and I think it's Mark Victor Hansen event or something like that, Chicken Soup for the Soul, something like that, some big event. And we had this long ride to get to the conference, and we nothing to talk about. Hey, let's what if up this event. And so we just started, what if we meet Mark Victor Hansen, and what if he takes us under his wing, and what if, we just had this crazy what if up car ride where we were just playing, it's the fun part, is playing with the possibilities, playing with the ideas. And we got there, we had this idea we wanted to pitch. And so we didn't get to talk to Mark Victor Hansen, but his CEO was there. And when my friend went to introduce himself, he said, for whatever reason, he gave his secret fraternity handshake, and the other guy was in the same fraternity.
No way.
He had that just intuitive download in the moment.
Wow.
And I really feel like we primed the pump for that. He's like, I've never done that before, but we prime the pump for that when we create the possibilities for our intuition to grow strong, for our actions to be inspired, and for things to show up. And it created a relationship that had me working with Mark Victor Hansen on his, what was it, the 1 Minute Millionaire, on that project for a while.
Why wouldn't you want to do this? Seriously.
I mean, there's so many pieces to it. There's the process itself. Yeah. There's the community piece. There's the practice piece. Who do we have here? Someone just got back from the gym, and now it's time to what if. See?
I love it.
Work out the body, and now you work out the mind, you work out the heart, and you bring it all together. And that's what we're here to do. So, Lisa, this has been so much fun. I'm so glad to have you here.
No way.
I know we still have some time. Do you have anything else you want to share? Any other? Anything that you're inspired now that we've had some more spotlights?
Well, I'm just grateful. I didn't even know really what these people were going to do when I came into my segment. And it's just that when you commit to doing something, it was like I literally sat down. I was like, what am I going to share? And I mean, the universe brought it in within just 5 minutes, and it all aligned with what was presented here. So that's like what you're just talking about. It's the power of connection. It's the power of intuition. It's that miracle of whatever that stuff is. Okay.
That was an example. Sorry.
Anyway, I'm so grateful I was here, because I had a difficult day today, health challenge wise. And I knew that if I came here, because every time I get together with you, you have me whoop through the ceiling. You just do your energy. But I'm also not just elevated, but I'm touched. I feel emotionally touched by everything that I saw, that all these people that are practicing these wonderful things, like you and Joe talked about Pollyanna, how she changed, the entire community by being up and playing the glad game. It's, it may seem like a game, it may seem ridiculous, but there is absolute magic, miracles, and power in what we're doing here. And so I'm touched, and I'm going to get back to it again tonight. I'm going to what if up my butt off.
What if up your butt up?
Right. but I'm honored and blessed to have been able to be a part of this. And Mandy, I love you so much, and this is just such a worthy cause, and I can't wait to see this this community just spread like wildfire across the globe. Seriously.
Yes. Yeah. You know, it is a special night. You know, it's December 21st. There's something about this night. There's something about this night that there is something special about it. And, you know, and throughout different spiritual traditions, you know, it's no accident that Christmas is at this time of year. It's the ultimate metaphor. It's the ultimate message of hope. It's the ultimate new beginning. It's that turning point. You know, this is the turning point of the year. And my hope for everyone that is watching, everyone that's participating, is that this is a form of ritual for you, a form of self-care for you, and an opportunity perhaps to have a turning point on something that matters to you.
And don't forget, this is the water crystal for hope. Look at that. Just look at that. That is from...
I'm gonna bring you up big so you can really see it.
That is the energy. That is the water crystal that's been changed by literally by hope, by the energy and emotion of hope.
That's what we're doing. We're spreading hope. And so for those of you watching, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your comments. I see more comments coming in. And of course, this is our open mic night. If instead of applauding, since we can't hear you, we can see your comments though. So comment. Let us know that you're there. Give feedback to our speakers. That's the way you can acknowledge them. And share this, tag people, and invite others into it. So Donna is here. Welcome, Donna. Brilliant sharing. Thank you so much. Janet says, what if becoming a group leader helps us open what if up centers around the world to exercise what's possible? What if we have circles popping up all over the place? We actually have members. Oh my goodness. Joe, his new TV show, Zero Limits TV, we just did a what if up segment for that. And now we have new members from all over the globe.
Can you imagine the kind of change that will affect? I mean, really, we see the energy go forward, but we see the outcome of the energy.
So that's what we get to do together. We get to play. And whether you choose to use this process or use this event or use these little snippets to just inspire you for an evening, or you decide, you know what, I want to make this a practice. I want this to be part of my life going forward. I want this to not be something I do once a year. I want this to be a daily practice. The potential for that, you know, you can use this on your own, or you can use it in community. And we invite you to use it in community. We have our online group. We have local groups that are forming in January. So great time to get connected. Lisa, thank you so much. This has been so fun. You know, I think we should give away a prize. What do you think?
Give away a prize?
I have some prizes. I want to give away a gift set. Now, my daughter, Jenna, is in the other room. And she has been, as you guys have been sharing and commenting, she has been putting people's names in my little jar. Right, Jenna? And make sure she's not eating dinner. She's like, indeed, Mom. Indeed, I have. Here she comes. And she's got her jar full of names.
Oh, look at that. We see Jenna's hand.
There she is. There she is. So here's what I have for gifts. So first of all, I'm going to share the What If Up monthly planner. So this is a 31-day, January, 31 days. It's a planner to help you start every day with possibility, a what if of the day. And then we also do some alignments. So here's my possibility, and here's how I align my thoughts, my feelings, my actions. Here's what I'm going to do with that. So I have a What If Up monthly planner I'm going to give away. I'm just going to do a whole gift set. We also have the Doodle Up Visioning Journal. So we are very big on doodling in our What If Up Club. So we doodle our visions. It is a meditation that is so powerful. If you're into law of attraction and you get that your thoughts and your elevated emotions combined is the magic formula, this is a tool to help you do that. In fact, I have some example doodles in here. Let me see if I have. Here's some of my example doodles, and you will recognize, I think Janet has a doodle in here. I don't think that one's Janet's. Where's Janet's? Janet has a doodle in here. There she is. There's Janet's doodle.
That's a good doodle.
She's a good doodler. This one is about living a vibrant, healthy life. That's her doodle. So there's some really fun things in here, and it's a great way to vision your new year. So I have that. But wait, there's more. I'm also throwing in a deck of my Leadership Truth or Dare cards. This is a deck of cards. Each one has a different leadership skill on it. I love to start the day and just kind of like, okay, what's mine? What's mine to take on today as a leader? This is where we talk about inspired action. Be the change. Lead the change. This will inspire you, fire you up to do that. So gift set is going to, here we go. Suspense. Jenny gets to draw. Come on down here so they can see you. Come down low. Right. There she is. Hey. It's going to go to, bum, bum, bum. Diana Kennedy. Yay, Diana. So thank you, Jenna. We were going to keep adding. So no, she's watching. She's seeing who's sharing and who's commenting. And it's like Santa over here. Santa's elves. She sees you when you're sleeping and she knows when you're awake. So thanks everybody. Jan, let's see. Donna's here. Doodle on. Jan says, so exciting to see where you're going with this. Oh, here we go. Here's Janet. She says, because I doodle living a vibrant life, I have lost 17 pounds. I didn't even know that, Janet. Man. Okay, that's you. That's for you. I feel much better. I make healthier choices. I am listening to the wisdom of my body more and more. How cool is that? Yay for Diana. Congratulations. Woohoo. We're sharing the love. And Lisa, just sharing the love with you. Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, I think we have somebody else coming on to join you.
We do. I think, I know, Lisa, you're a performer, you're a musician, a singer. Our next co-host for our final hour together is also a tremendous singer-songwriter. I'm going to bring her up so you can meet, because I don't think you all have met. No, Robin.
Great to meet you, girl. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh.
Robin, you're stepping in. So I know we're going to have to all get together in the actual coffee shop at some point. Yeah. But until then, Lisa, thank you. Sending you love. Thanks for being part of our special event tonight. Bye-bye. And Robin Hackett.
Hi.
Hello, my co-host for our final hour together. Oh, are you having fun?
Am I having fun in general in life?
In life, yes.
Yes. I just got back from the gym.
Woo! Nice. Look at all the love. So Janet's like, Robin Hackett in the house. Oh. Jenna says, yay, Robin. Janet's like, I love Robin's music. You are the light. So true.
Oh,
so true.
Thank you, everyone.
And there's
I was trying
love you, Lisa. Love you, Joe.
I saw you. I can't even.
I know. Last time I saw you was March 11th, 2020 is when I saw you.
March 11th?
March 11th, 2020.
Exact date.
I do, because it was right before we locked down. You came by my co-working office and we had a cup of coffee.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a long time, my friend. And that's what tonight's about. We've had, it's been this big void, it's like in the beginning there's darkness and chaos, and there's this big empty void, and then a voice from the beyond, a voice from within, that still small voice, something says, let there be light, and everything changes.
Absolutely.
So here we are.
So what are we doing for this hour? What's my job?
Well, what's your job? You are here to ooh and ah, and to acknowledge the brilliance that's coming up. I know we have lots of performers in this hour, so that's exciting. I can see one of them already queued up in the green room, so I'm excited to see that. I don't know. I have some poets, some authors, some singers. I don't know if they're doing poetry or whatever, but we're having a great time together. So we're just here to celebrate each other and to ooh and ah at the wisdom that is spewing forth from this community. I also want to thank all of you, because the comments are just really flowing now. And, and I love, Donna, thank you for the compliments. I love all the good juju that is flowing out here through our online community. Please, if you haven't yet, share this, tag some friends, invite people to join us. This final hour is really, really rich with talent. I'm going to toss it over to you, Robin, so you can share, what comes to you when you think about getting out of the darkness and into the light?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things come to me. Really thoughts, mind, what's happening in my mind, and how quickly this year was. Actually, the last couple of years, I've been on a journey of just releasing those thoughts that don't work for me and inviting in the ones that make me feel expansive and happy and joyful and think of all kinds of possibility. So that's what it has been for me. And I feel like I've landed in a really nice spot. And that feels good. Like things don't feel overwhelming anymore. They kind of, because I know how to use my mind, I know how to use our possibilities, what if up possibilities, as opposed to going down this dark, dark hole. So yeah, that has been what's up for me. And I like to share music. I want to tell everyone that I wrote a song called This Holy Night that you can get at my website, which I put on there. Yes, I am thrilled to be here. Absolutely.
I gotta jump in on the song, Robin, because are you gonna sing that song or a different song?
Oh, I'll sing that song.
Okay, because I have to share with you, when I downloaded that song, it's available on your website. I was looking out the window and the snow had just started falling. And I'm listening to your song for the first time. So as you know, maybe as Robin's playing the guitar, close your eyes and imagine this beautiful drifting snow. It was like such a powerful, powerful moment for me. So love the song. Go grab it. But over to you so you can actually play for us.
It's not very different than the recording, but that's okay. So I'll tell you the story behind this, that I wrote this song probably about 7 years ago. An organization, a venue asked me to come and be in their Christmas program and to choose a Christmas carol I'd like to sing. And I thought, oh, that's so standard. And I couldn't figure out which Christmas carol I wanted to sing. So I wrote my own. So this is what came. This is called This Holy Night. The odd thing is that every year I forget that I have it. And then I go, oh, I have this song. And this year I decided to record it. We did it in 2 days with my friend Gian Piero Scuderi, who's a wonderful guitarist, but instrumentalist and producer as well. And so 2 weeks ago, we recorded the song and I put it out. So here it is. As we gather for this season, oh, let there be rhyme and reason, oh, lay aside all earthly things, welcoming this new born King. The gift of love, the gift of life, reminds us why on this holy night, for there inside of every star is a perfect light, we truly are. We are wise and we are great, and this is why we celebrate. Oh, ash to ash and dust to dust, we are one. All of us. So as I lay me down to sleep, this I know, this I believe, the We were born into the light on this holy night. Oh, star bright, oh, wish I might have the wish I wish tonight, to all things great and all things small, peace on earth, goodwill to all. Peace on earth, goodwill to all. Oh, 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 ah, ah, ah. Peace on earth, peace on earth, goodwill to all. Peace on earth.
Yay! Pom poms out. Pom poms out. Robin, that's beautiful. I feel as I listen, I love this song because I feel such a slowing down. You know, like the song just slows me down, and I think what a great time for us to all slow down. The holidays. You look at all of nature slows down this time of year, but we go to parties and we've got gifts and we got busy. But this is the time to slow down and really celebrate the holiness of this season. So.
It is. I wish, the other day I was thinking, oh gosh, I wish we could do it, keep the spirit all year round.
Yeah. So. I love it. This is, Jan says, a song for every holy night. Every holy night. So true. Judy says, how beautiful. Thank you, Robin. Peace on earth, goodwill to all.
Yeah.
Palms out. Beautiful song, beautiful voice. Thank you. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So that kicks us off for our final hour, and it is a power hour. I'm gonna bring up our next spotlight, and Robin, I don't know, you might know this guy, Nathan in the house. Nathan as well.
Hi.
Nathan, my favorite Canadian.
Does that mean I'm your only Canadian friend, Mindy?
I'm trying to think of how many Canadian musicians I know, but Nathan has been a friend of mine for a long time. We met at an event where I was the keynote and he was the music, and we've been friends ever since. He's actually written some what if mantras and chants on his YouTube channel, which is fantastic. So Nathan, I'm going to turn it over to you. Just whatever you want to share in your spotlight. It's a delight to have you here.
I'm honored to be here, Mindy. And I just want to say, I'm sorry that I'm out of uniform. I have to get my hands on the What If Up t-shirt. So if you haven't already said where people can get those, please let people know, because I would be honored to wear one.
I'll bring it back. I'll send you one, Nathan.
Cool. And I'm happy that even though I don't have the t-shirt, I'm wearing the right color. So.
Yes.
The other two things I want to share are everybody wants to know, what the heck is this crazy instrument in my hands? This is called a Chapman stick, S-T-I-C-K. If you'd like to learn more about it, I invite you to just visit the website. It's Stick Enterprises. Very simple to remember, stick.com, S-T-I-C-K.com. What I'd like to share today is a chant of mine called Longing for Light. I actually wrote this over 10 years ago, specifically for this time of year. The words are very simple: longing for light, searching in darkness, yearning to see I'm home. And the great gift of the pandemic for me is that I've been able to do a lot of performing virtually right from where I'm sitting. And as a result, I'm able to take advantage of some technology. So what I'm about to share with you is a performance piece, if I can call it that, with me singing with myself. This is a 3-part chant, so you'll hear me sing all 3 parts. And in honor of Mendy and her wonderful vision, I'm going to include at the end, as I'm singing I'm Home, I'm going to be singing What If I'm Home, meaning so many of us are looking outwards for something that we already have. We are already home. So without further ado, here is Longing for Light. Longing for light, searching in darkness, yearning to see I am home. Longing for light, searching in darkness, yearning to see I am searching in darkness, I'm home. Longing for light, searching in darkness, I'm searching to see I'm home. Longing for light, searching to see I'm home. And what if I'm home? What if I'm home? What if I'm home? What if I'm home?
So beautiful.
Oh.
Wow.
Huh.
Thank you. Thank you, Nathan.
My pleasure.
That took me away. That absolutely took me away. You know, Nathan, I actually have a song called I'm Home as well, too. I'm getting an echo. Does anyone else hear the echo?
I don't, but you might
It's
just
because of
turn
me.
the volume down a little bit. I know.
Okay. So I'm curious, when you wrote that song, was there something specific that happened to you that caused you to have the realization, or is it an ongoing unfolding realization?
It was completely about writing something for this time of year for Advent.
Mm.
And just, you know, that longing that we all have. The days are getting darker and darker and darker. And now finally things turn around and the light returns. And so
Yeah.
just really wanting to write a song of hope about that, a yearning, but hopefully something that will be perceived as a song of hope.
I love that it is yet another What If Up song to add to your collection. I think there might need to be a What If Up album or the theme songs, the official meditative chants of the What If Up Club. I tell you, Mitch says it's absolutely beautiful. Judy says, wow. To be at home, to go home anytime, any place. So beautiful. We are already home. Love it. Thank you, Nathan. Absolutely gorgeous. Jan says, just saw Nathan on New Thought Media, which is a great place to catch Nathan in his daily chants. Not sure how I even got that link, but in gratitude for our songwriters and our musicians. So yes, I'm going to put Nathan's website up here so that you can go and download and sign up and connect with Nathan, and let that be part of your practice as you move into the new year. Is begin your day. I tell you, every time I hear one of your chants, one of your mantras, Nathan, it really does bring me back to the heart. So thank you so much for being here, my friend.
My great pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
So Robin, it's open mic night. I tell you, we have such amazing talent. It's very exciting.
What do we have coming up next? Who do we have coming up?
Who do we have coming up next? I am excited because this is a new friend for me. I have to say, our next spotlight signed up, I think today. Was it today? And of course, when someone signs up, I'm like, ooh, I want to go listen to your podcast and check out your website. So I'm going to bring up John Stringer. Hello, friend.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Thank you
good.
so much for being here. I see another guitar. This is truly an open mic night. So,
oh, yeah.
I know you're a teacher, you are a healer, you're an author, you have a podcast, which I listened to a little bit of your podcast with, called Awakened Pillow Talk.
That's right. Yeah.
Really fabulous. And then you've got a song you're going to share with us as well. So I'm going to give you the spotlight and let you take it from here. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. Grateful to be here. And I'd like to share a song coming out of the darkness into the light about just that. I won't even give away the title yet, but wrote it with a dear friend, Patricia Bahia, and it was an enlightening process. I teach songwriting at conscious songwriting retreats and different places. And in finding a way to navigate together, we had totally different styles, totally different views on how to approach it and preferences. And I was able to use what I teach is what many teach about getting present and really stepping away from our own limited conditioned thinking and expanding so we can listen to genius. And genius was telling me and guiding me to do it her way. It was remarkable. And we tried my way first, but could see it would work better that way. And we came up with this song. It took longer than I usually write, but I loved the outcome. And it wouldn't have happened any other way than us working together and me following the way she wanted to do it. And I hope you enjoy it and listen to the message. Oh yeah, let me tell you the title. It's called Let It Shine. This can be the day that changes everything. The day that it all aligns. And this gonna be the time we'll remember all the love we've got inside. Together as one, facing the darkness, take a stand for love. We're gonna let it shine, alright. Let's light it up, light up the night and let it shine. You and I, oh no, we're gonna let it shine, alright. You've got the love, you've got the light and let it shine. You and I, we're gonna let it shine, oh yeah. We're gonna let it shine.
This could be the moment. Joy comes shining through in love. Yes, it overcomes the night. Whoa, this could be the instant when fear disappears and all we see is the light. As we come together, sisters and brothers, take a stand for love. We're gonna let it shine, alright. Let's light up the night and let it shine. You and I. Oh no, no, we're gonna let it shine. Oh yeah. You've got the love, you've got the light, and let it shine. You and I, we're gonna let the world know that there's more to give when we open up our hearts and set them free. 'Cause we're letting go of the dark stories we believed, and we realize there's more to you and me. Yeah, we're gonna let it shine, alright. Let's light up the night and let it shine. You and I. No, 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 we're gonna let it shine. Oh yeah. You've got the love, you've got the light. Let it shine. You and I. We're gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. We're gonna let it shine. Oh no, no, no. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. We're gonna let it shine. Whoa.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
Wow.
John, where are you located?
Located in Atlanta, Georgia. Technically Hapeville, but it's like 7 minutes south of downtown Atlanta.
Okay, that was beautiful. Do you know Gary Floyd?
Yeah, Gary Lynn Floyd. Yeah, we did some stuff in Utah, I think, together.
Yeah, I think I remember that he mentioned you to me.
That's
Yeah,
right.
beautiful.
Great guy, man. Great guy.
John, you are shining. I
Well,
mean,
thank you.
I'm like totally feeling it. That was so beautiful.
Appreciate it. And thank you for the invitation, putting this together. I love it. Actually, someone else, I don't want to mix up names, but someone else sent me the information. I was like, oh, this looks perfect. I love the theme. What a perfect time for it, too.
You were meant to be here. You were meant to be here.
Thank you
And
for
that
having
song, I am going to be watching the archives.
Cool.
Like I'm going to start my day with that song. That might be my new wake up song. Is
very cool.
Just let's start out accessing that light and just let it shine. Let it shine.
Right.
Yeah. Is there a website? I'm sure there is.
Yes. John Stringer INC. That's it.
See,
Yep.
I got it right. I had it up with just John Stringer, but add the ink, people.
That's
Add
right.
the ink.
The ink's important. The other guy's an engineer.
We got some fans that are here, John, that are setting me straight and making sure that I know
Nice.
where to go. So yes, they're saying, let it shine, let it shine.
Oh, yeah, that's one of
Welcome.
my closest fans right there.
I
Kathy.
tell you, I that one I thought probably might know.
That's
thought
right. I know.
the
know her
name.
very
I
well.
think she knows. Let it shine, says Mitch, and Judy says, "Let it shine." That has my heart singing. Oh,
Thank you, Judy.
awesome, my brother. Keep on
Thank you,
shining. Let it shine. Thank you so much, John Stringer. And it
Thank
reminds
you.
me of this little light of mine.
I know, right? When I sing it, I think of that.
Yeah. It's like a new twist on an old
Right.
classic.
It's the remix for 2022.
I tell you, we need it. Now's the time.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Robin.
Yes, you're welcome. It's great to meet you finally, because I think Utah was I don't know, it seems like 4 or 5 years ago that I heard about you.
Yeah, I can't even remember, but it does seem like a long time ago. Yes, right.
Well,
So
thank you,
good to
John.
be
Thanks for
here.
being part of our event tonight. And
My
thank you
pleasure.
to everybody who's been sharing the love in our comments and in our chat. Thank you for sharing this
Yes.
and tagging your friends and inviting others to join us. That's what it's about. It's that
Absolutely.
solstice feeling.
Absolutely.
Shine our light. I
So
love.
I don't know what our timing is like, and how we have to move on. But I just wanted to just catch up quickly with you on how it's been with your move and how you're shining your light.
Yeah. Well, the big news for us this year, obviously, we moved to New York. I don't know if it's obvious because you can't see out my window, and even if you could, it's all dark. We're in northern New York, and our big news is really what's been coming together for this What If Up community, that we have a new nonprofit organization. And I'll just, since you asked, I'm going to pop my little banner up here for anyone that wants to join. We have this is a new nonprofit, and we are building community where you can guarantee surround yourself with people who, when you throw out an idea, they're not going to tell you why it doesn't work. They're going to say, well, what if it does, and provide the ideas to make it happen. So it's been exciting, Robin, to see it coming together. We had our first small groups in the fall, and our new winter groups are forming in January. So it's a great time to be a What If Upper.
Right.
Got
like
the shirt.
said, I'm out of uniform. I don't have mine on.
I got to send you a shirt. I do. So the shirts are available if you want a shirt. We've got shirts and planners and vision books and all that at whatifup.org. And also, when you join the What If Up Club, you get my book, What If It All Goes Right? You get it for free as a member. So you can just download it and start tonight. What if it all goes right?
Yes.
How about that?
Well, who's next?
So yeah, are you ready for our next spotlight?
Absolutely.
I hope our next spotlight is ready, because I'm going to bring you up. We have a poet among us. So welcome, everybody. Say welcome to Julie. Hi, Julie.
Hi.
Hi, Julie.
It's great to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to put you in the spotlight so you can share your brilliance with us.
Thank you for asking me.
So go ahead and jump in. Do you have a poem for us? What do you have to share?
I wrote a poem. It's a fairly short one, but it's right on the topic anyway.
Love it. Go for it.
Okay, it's called Dancing Shoes. What do you do when the sun doesn't shine and you're all alone in the dark? You look to the heavens and find the moon and count all the twinkling stars. Then sometimes the dark clouds cover the sky and you can't find your way. Then look within to find your own light to keep you from going astray. What do you do when you can't find your light? You put on your dancing shoes. Sing and dance till the sun comes up and you're sure to lose the blues. The soul is such a mysterious thing, something we cannot control. The things we feel and all we believe are centered there, we are told. So when the cold, dark days of winter just won't let you go, find the summer in your soul and feel the soft wind blow. That's it.
I love it. That is beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Thanks for sharing that.
Thank you so much.
It's perfect for this season.
Yep,
And,
I kind of thought it was.
Yeah.
It's the season in which it was written.
Yeah. So do you want to talk a little bit about what inspired it? Or
it just a wintry day, and sometimes they seem so long. And so I'm not sure. I frequently get a phrase or words in my head, and I go from there. And so this one was dancing shoes, because I thought, oh, there you go. That'll cheer you up any day, is to put on your dancing shoes.
Yeah.
So I think I just went from there.
I love it. That's been a theme for us tonight, is putting on your dancing shoes. So I want you to know, Julie, that Wanda is making comments saying that was really powerful for her. Lovely from Jan down in Texas. Thank you so much. Let's see. Judy says, how fun. I love. What do you do when you can't find your light? You put on your dancing shoes. So thank you for sharing that. Janet says, thank you for sharing your poem. Inspiring. Thanks for being here, Julie, and inspiring us with your words and your wisdom.
Thanks so much, Mandy.
Julie, where are you from? Because I'm just getting to see your face for the first time.
Colorado.
Oh, Colorado.
Our Colorado crew. So I see your little helper in the background. I want to do a shout out to everybody out there.
That's why
And
we get the cold, dreary days.
yeah.
And could use dancing shoes.
That does help.
Wonderful.
Yes. So a shout out to everybody in Colorado. We have one of our very first What If Up groups is there in Littleton, and just really grateful to that community and to all of you who've been helping to coordinate and spread the word, and people signing up and saying, I've got a poem, or I've got a song, or I've got something to share. That is, as Mitch says, the power of community. I have to tell you, Robin, you got a request. Wanda wants a little more Robin. So we'll see if we can get a little more Robin in there before the night is over.
Gotcha.
I bet we could probably twist your arm. You probably have something else up your sleeve.
I do.
I bet you do.
Try.
Let's pop in a little something for Wanda. Wanda, this one's for you. How about that?
I traveled through many a storm, been out there on my own, just trying to make it home. I've watched clouds roll in and stood out in the pouring rain, but it was through the darkest night I found the light. Up and down was all I knew. I'd wake up with a smile and watch my world come crashing through. I would hide away, afraid to face another day, but it was through the darkest night I found the light. So don't be afraid of the storm, 'cause when that old devil wind begins to blow, you'll find through the darkest night, you'll find through the darkest night, you'll find through the darkest night, you'll see the light. Oh, you'll find the light. Oh, you'll find the light.
I gotta remember to unmute myself. Yet another perfect song for the longest night of the year. Did you write that just like for today? Because it's just perfect.
I have to say, Mindy, that I this is good. I write so many songs that I forget about them. And that's a song that I wrote, oh gosh, I'd say before I moved to Colorado. I probably performed it twice. Maybe this is my third time because I forgot about it.
Well, you got a woohoo from our friend John here. I'd love to hear some more Robin, of course. And Wanda says, thank you. Sounding great, sister.
Oh, thank you.
Bravo. Yeah. So, yeah, a beautiful song for the evening. So I want to just take a moment just to thank all of you who have been part of this evening as it's been unwinding and unraveling, and how perfectly everything has been flowing together. This is our first virtual open mic night. I didn't quite know what to expect or how it would flow, but it's been a lot of fun. I hope you're having a great time. So for those of you that are that are watching live, share in the comments. Let us know. It's been fun seeing you and seeing your comments and feeling like you're in the room. Not a recording, Jan's like, you got to make that a recording. Another song. Maybe we need songs filled with light as a theme. A What If Up album. Beautiful song. I need to perform that song more. So, I just want to thank you all for being a part. As I mentioned early on, I threw it out there that if you have been watching and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have a song, I have a poem, I have a reading, I have a story, and I want to share it, then in your comments, put hashtag wildcard and we'll pull you on. That's what Judy Light did. And I'm going to pull her into the stream. Hi, Judy. I can't hear you. Is your microphone on? I can't hear your audio. I'm going to have you try. I'm going to actually pull you off because I've got Diana standing by too. So see if you can get maybe your headphones on, because that might help. I'm going to give it just a second. And if we can't get you, then I'm going to go to Diana and then we'll be able to come back to you because it's all still working. Mitch, I see you as well. And yes, you are on the queue. So come on in, join the green room. Hopefully you've got a link to that. I'm going to switch over to, while Judy is getting a different headset, I'm going to head over to Diana Kennedy, who is just lovely. Look at you in your What If Up blue.
Yes, it is What If Up blue. Oh my gosh.
You look so cozy and comfortable.
I am on my favorite spot on the couch.
Oh, well, very good. Well, I am going to throw the spot. Are you ready? I'm going to throw the spotlight over to you.
Sure.
Whatever you'd like to share with us.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Diana Kennedy, and I'm so honored to hang out with you on this winter solstice. Out of the darkness and into the light. What came to mind around this topic is that there was so much of my life that I felt like I was living in darkness. And it has certainly been a journey to the light. So I wanted to share some stories with you about my journey out of low self-esteem. It's certainly still a challenge, but I remind myself more often and I more quickly get back on track, remembering that I am light, that I am light. So as a child, I often thought that I didn't belong. I thought I didn't fit in. I struggled with that. We moved around a lot. My father was in the military, and the message that I took on and the myth that I lived was that I wasn't enough. So I wanted to share with you two stories that stick with me today. And one is around age 29, I attended a women's retreat. And the opening ceremony of the retreat was held outdoors. It was actually right on the St. Mark's River. And the opening ceremony was under this beautiful oak tree. The facilitator, her name was Sarah, and she spread this large blanket under the oak tree. Now, this is a southern oak tree with moss, and it was just right there on the St. Mark's River. The dolphins were jumping, manatees were floating by, and I was starting to feel nervous because my low self-esteem and my lack of personal acceptance was kind of creeping in. Each one of us was invited to bring an object to place on the altar. And it was one of those rituals where each woman was invited to pick something from the altar. So we all placed something around the tree, and I placed my object that I wanted to bring. And then each woman, one by one, would go up and pick the object that she resonated with. And I saw the gifts dwindling. I saw these objects on the altar dwindling down, and mine was still left. No one had picked it up. No one had claimed it as a gift that they wanted to receive. And sure enough, I was the last one to go. And the only thing left was my own gift, my own thing that I brought to share. And nobody wanted it. Proved to me that I didn't fit in, that I didn't belong, and that nobody wanted what I had. It was horrible. And so she said, well, come up and get it. And I said, well, that's the gift that I brought. She's like, yeah. And then in that moment, she recognized that's the thing that I brought. And she gracefully handled it. She said, let us know what you brought. Tell us what it is. So she invited me, and I went up and shared my gift with everyone. And it was fairy dust. It was the gift of glitter and light and fairy dust. And she said, your gift is to share with all of us here, to share your light with the world. Boy, that was a good save. And it reminded me powerfully of why I'm here on the planet. Now, have I lived my life as if I am the light of the world ever since then? No, but I remember I do it more often, and I'm reminded of that truth when every time I think about that story. And one other story that I will share that is actually similar, because this is probably my lifelong work, is to remember the truth that I am. It was a couple of years later, and I was having one of my moments, a meltdown, with tears in my eyes, crying out to God, crying out to the universe, not even sure what I said, but whatever it was, I got a response. And I went into the quiet and I had a vision. And what I saw was like a zoomed out view of the earth, a zoomed out view of the earth. And I could see all these lights, and then it zoomed in and I could see my hometown of Tallahassee, just like as if you were landing. If you are in an airplane about to land on the landing strip and you saw all the lights as you're approaching, I saw all these lights. And I said, what is that? In my mind, I was communicating with angels or something. I don't know what it was. But the message that I got was, those are the lights of all the people that love you. You are so loved. And it was so overwhelming. And so I remember these, and I need these powerful reminders that I am loved and that I am light. So that's my story about coming out of darkness.
This is what I have to say to that. So, and I hope this fits properly. When you first came on the screen, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful and she carries herself so well. That's the last thing I thought that you would talk about. But our beauty really does come from within. And we might have it outwardly, but if we don't know it, then it changes everything. So thank you for sharing that story. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to it, but you're stunning.
Yes. Oh. And speaking of like lots of love, you're getting so much love out here. So Mitch says hello to you. John says that it was you who invited him tonight. So thank you for spreading the word, because John was such a gift to us all. Appreciate her letting me know about this wonderful gathering. Jan says, or what about fairy godmother? You bring the sparkle, you bring the glitter for all of us. Yeah. You are also love. I love it. Yay for Diana. Be a gift to yourself. Some great wisdom there.
Yeah.
Be a gift to yourself.
Amen.
And then once you claim it, you can share it. Yes, you are, Diana. I love you. You are shining.
Thank you, Judy Light.
Love coming for you. So beautiful. I love where you said it was a good save because I've been the facilitator, and here's what I know, because I facilitated a lot of experiences like that. You don't have to save it because it was meant to be that way. I really believe it was meant to be that way for you to have that awareness and for us to now have this story. So what if all those things that transpired and all the feelings and all the thoughts, what if all of that was orchestrated simply so that we could learn from that gift and claim our own gifts tonight?
Yeah.
Through your sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you for being here, Diana. And wow, we have our wild card of the evening around here too. And I know since Judy has stepped up, Judy Light is our first wild card of tonight. And I know we have others who have said, I want to do a wild card. I want to do a wild card. So my daughter Jenna is in the back. She is sending you the link. If you put #wildcard in, we will bring you in. And I saw Mitch, you were asking too, am I still going on? Yes, Mitch, of course you are. You just need to click on the link so you can join us backstage. So Judy, I am going to turn it over to you and give you the spotlight for our open mic night. It's great to see you.
Thank you, Mindy. You can all hear me okay now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, yes. All right. Well, I love being a wild card. I didn't know I was going to be doing this tonight, but I let the kid, years ago, I wrote some I call them jingles. I would let the kid in me come out and play. And whenever I let the kid in me come out and play, it's always light. It's light. So I love that. And also I used to be a runner. I used to race in local road races. And it was easier for me to say these jingles or sing these jingles when I would run to keep my attention off of any possible pain, tiredness, anything like that. And it really helped me in my running. But I'll just read a few of them to you. They're pretty short. Positive energy, I've got quite a bit. I love to move around rather than sit. I love being a kid at heart. Feeling young is pretty smart. I am playful, I am fun. For a good time, I'm the one. I love to skip, I love to run, I love to play out in the sun. I love to dance with zest and joy. I've got happy feet, oh girl, oh boy. And then I know how important my thoughts are, and I like to keep those in alignment with the light. So this one is every little thought. Every little thought that I think feels happy. Every little thought that I think feels good. Every little thought that I think uplifts me. Every little thought that I think sets me free. Happy and good, uplifting and free. Whoop-dee-doo and a big yippee. And then I know how important it is for me to start my day right and to end my day right. So here's one to start my day. Let's see. It feels so good to get out of bed. I'm feeling happy from my toes to my head. The birds are singing, it's time to play. I'm feeling excited about this wonderful day. My faith is strong, I know all is well. I'm feeling good and my attitude's swell. Money comes to me from out of the blue. My cash flow is steady and abundant too. I step out on faith, I trust and allow. I just let it happen, don't need to know how. I let spirit take over. I get out of the way. This works the best in every way. And then to close my day is over. I get into bed. I feel so relaxed from my toes to my head. My bed is so cozy. My bed is so snug. I'll rest easy like a cute ladybug. My dreams are happy. My dreams are sweet. And when I awake, my rest is complete.
Yay! I got pom-poms for you too.
Yay!
I love that. Thank you, Judy. Oh my gosh.
You're welcome. Thank you for reminding me for doing this, which reminded me to bring those out again. Maybe I'll do something with them now.
Yes.
So Judy, have you ever done that before? Like performed these or done
No.
them?
No.
That's such a big deal. More pom-poms. That's
more pom-poms. I know it. So Janet says, oh my gosh, I love this, Judy. Janet says, I see a children's book. Don't you think?
Yeah.
What if there is an illustrator out there who's like, ooh, I see the pictures. You just keep giving me the words.
Yes.
Wanda says, Judy, keep running, being a kid, and let those jingles keep on coming. Sending you love. Can't you see kids in church sharing these in a skip form with the congregation?
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, that was
some
great.
really great ideas.
Thank you all.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, Judy, too, when you were doing that second little verse, we were all in the green room. We were all like bouncing back and forth. So you're getting lots of cheers for a children's book. I think you might have an audience for that already. So.
Thank you.
Thanks for being our wild card tonight, our first wild card. That was fun.
Yes, it was.
Talk about courage.
To do. If you've never done that before, that's a very brave thing to do.
It is. It really is. And I love that it's a safe space for that. That's the whole idea. This is a safe space to get out there and try something new. Oh, maybe a Joyce song. I love that. That's a great idea too. Yeah, all right. Well, Judy, thank you so much for being here and being a wild card. If you put #wildcard in the comments, just know you'll probably get a little message from my daughter sending you the link so you can hang out in the green room with us. That being said, are you ready for more, Robin? Bring it on.
Yes.
Bring it on. I'm thrilled. I cannot wait to hear this next story. So I'm going to bring onto our screen there. Here we are in the stream.
Hello.
Hi, Mitch.
Hello, Mindy. So good to see you. So good to meet you, Robin.
You too.
It's great to have you here. I am excited because I know you have a story to share with us. So I'm going to give you the spotlight. Take it away, Mitch.
Excellent, excellent. I love the coffee shop idea. So I have this in my head, right? And I've always wanted to tell this story kind of in that venue. It's really hard for us to shine if we're not letting the world see us, right? When we keep parts of ourselves hidden or in the darkness, we may not know just how wonderful those parts can be, or even to bring them to the light so they can be healed. And we can go through this alchemy of becoming more of ourselves. And so this is a little bit about this kind of the backstory for what I'm going to share with you, a time when I wasn't living authentically and I wasn't showing myself, and I had a secret, right? And so secrets keep us dim and they keep us small. So I wrote this one piece called Back Home to Myself that kind of captures what I was going through in my life and what led to my transformation. So here it is. I remember very clearly asking why I couldn't swim without a shirt on. I wanted to swim bare-chested like the other boys. My mother patiently tried to explain to me in a manner a 4-year-old could understand. It was because I was a girl. I couldn't go without a shirt on. See, it just didn't make sense to me. I looked just like them, I pleaded. At least I thought so in my 4-year-old brain. I asked why I wasn't born a boy. Now the conversation had clearly went too far, and my mother wasn't having any more of it. I might have as well have asked, why is the sky blue? I got the message. It wasn't okay to ask that kind of question. After that experience, I shut down what I was feeling about my boy nature. I knew I had to accept that this was just my lot in life, and I needed to make the best of it, which worked for a while until puberty hit. Boys were growing into men and girls into women. The boys that I once called my buddies started to look at me and treat me differently. I was just no longer one of the guys. So I landed in tomboy land, a place where everyone knew I was a boyish girl, and that was somewhat acceptable, but kind of lonely. See, I didn't want to wear a dress and go to the prom. I wanted to wear a tux and take a girl, but that wasn't an option. So prom wasn't a part of my life. Along with all the anticipation, sharing, and camaraderie teens experience for this rite of passage event. I navigated life the best I could as a woman. Secretly, I thought I was flawed and weird because I didn't relate to my body like other women. Until one day I watched a documentary on a female with a similar body issue who decided to transition her gender to male. I was riveted. I couldn't stop watching these documentaries on the subject. And I began to ponder my early knowing of who I really was, that part I had stuffed down so long ago. Not being seen for who I really was in the world had become too painful. The final straw was when I fell in love with a woman from Canada, only to receive a Dear John letter where she said she would marry me in a heartbeat if I was a man. Living life and not being seen, really seen, had become too painful. So I decided to make the transition from Michelle to Mitch. It's been 10 years now since I've transitioned my gender to male. And I have to say the only regret I have is I didn't do it sooner, much sooner. A year after vowing to make the change, I had my chest surgery, leaving me with a man-like chest. And on a bright, warm spring afternoon, with no one around, I slipped my shirt off, feeling the sun for the first time on my chest since I was 4 years old. I dove into the pool, free to be me at last. The swim that afternoon felt like a baptism of sorts, bringing me full circle and back home to myself.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful story, Mitch. That theme of coming home can mean so many different things, can't it?
Mhm.
We've talked about coming home, and I love that freedom, and I love the authenticity of what you're sharing, and finding and expressing. You already knew it, but expressing, being able to fully bring who you are into the light is a blessing to all of us, to the world. You're getting all kinds of love in the chat here. Wanda says, "This is prom night. You want to dance?"
Run.
Wanda, we're dancing tonight. You know, we've been dancing tonight. We've been
Do
moving
it.
and shaking. So Dennis says, a great story, great role model, well spoken. Judy says, what a powerful sharing, Mitch. Hearing this would help so many people.
Yes.
So true. Yeah, thank you for putting your story out in the world. I am so touched. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for this opportunity, Mindy, for these stories to come out. You know, the stories, the poems, the songs, for us to be seen and celebrated and shared. You know, our stories of overcoming and unfolding.
What if this is the way? You know, I like to say the only way through is up. And, you know, what if the way through all the dark tunnels and all the obstacles is by lifting ourselves and our authenticity into the light and sharing it and embracing it and loving it. You have Jan says tears are flowing. So powerful. I hope you feel the love that is here for you. We are glad that you set yourself free. Such a powerful story. Not enough words to describe the transformational story you are sharing with the world. You are a lighthouse radiating a strong beam that is so needed. Thank you so much for sharing. So my heart is with you, my friend. Thank you for being part of our night tonight.
Thank
Very
you.
special.
I do
Absolutely.
want to. Mitch, have you shared that story before?
So I shared it publicly once in front of 250 teenagers I'd never met before.
And how was that?
And it was unbelievable. There was a roaring standing ovation. It was at a summer camp. And what actually happened, what came out of that, which was very interesting you ask, is after my talk, it initiated a lot of conversations around gender. And it ended up being one of the first camps to have a third option for youth to pick the gender binary section to stay in. So you didn't have to necessarily pick the women's section or the boys section, whatever. You had a third option. And it was born out of that story and people having those conversations. And so, you know, I really hope that people start telling their stories, because you never know what you might end up helping heal in the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It gave me a ginormous chill when you said that.
Yeah.
I want us to think of the young people that you are that you've set free, and that you continue to set free in being who you are.
And I always offer myself as a resource. So if anybody, you know, sometimes I have people come to me about their grandchildren that are, you know, all kinds of stuff. So I'm always happy to support people and answer questions and help them out.
Yeah, I have your website up here too. So if people want to check that out and learn more about you and your speaking, and you have so many gifts that you bring to the world, and this story is certainly one of them. So thank you so much, my friend, for being here.
Appreciate
and being part of our special evening. The love is flowing.
Yes.
Wow, Robin.
I
What
know.
a special evening, huh?
Absolutely.
So
I want to share another song.
Yeah, let's. I think we're on the home stretch here, so
we're done, right? I have to.
Yeah, we're there. So bring us home, Robin.
All right. This is a chant, but I love it. So. be the peace you want to see, and share that peace with everyone you meet. Let it begin, let it begin, let it begin with you. And share the joy you want to see. Share your joy with everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. And share the love you want to see. And shine your love for everyone you meet. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. Share the peace. Share the joy. Share the love. Oh, share your light. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. Let it begin. Oh, let it begin. Let it begin with you and me.
And so we do. We let it begin. It is a new beginning. The shortness, the short days. This is the turning point, and we emerge into new light. And thank you, Robin. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely perfect. And what a very special evening. Janet says, "What a perfect song to bring us home to this event." Thank you so much. Starbucks says nothing on us. That is the truth.
That is the truth, though.
That is the truth. Starbucks has nothing on us. So this is the first time we've done this. I have had an absolute blast. I cannot believe I've been doing this for 3 hours.
I love it.
But it's been so much fun. And Robin, thank you for co-hosting with me. Thank you to everybody who's come and shared. I want to invite everybody, join us. If you're not already a member of the What If Up Club, go to whatifup.org and join us, be part of our community. If this is something that you feel like you want to help get out into the world, this kind of community and this kind of light, we have a pay it forward membership model. So for every $10 a month you contribute, you are supporting someone in membership. And we are thrilled to have our membership growing through the generosity of our donors and our members. Judy says, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here. What any closing thoughts, Robin, here on the longest night of the year, out of the darkness into the light?
Well, I don't know. I love the idea of that. I'm truly tired of being in the darkness in so many ways. And I feel like this is graduation night somewhat. So those are my thoughts on it. I'm marching in that direction because the more we step into the light and shine our own light, like Judy did for the first time sharing her poetry or what have you, the more we infect other people. It's infectious. And that's what we're here for. Our purpose is to find our own light, shine it out there, and it infects someone else. And I hate using the word infect during
Sometimes there are things that are good to be contagious. What if joy was contagious? What if laughter is contagious? What if hope is contagious?
Yeah, so let's be contagious with love and light.
I love it. I love it. What if love goes viral? Love and hope. What if upping goes viral? So yeah, what if this is the beginning? And I really, I hope this becomes a tradition with us, so that each year we can come together and maybe we do these throughout the year. I had just a wonderful time. Janet says, what if we see the darkness as us closing our eyes and connecting with each other? Oh yeah. What if we imagine ourselves holding hands and feeling the light course through our souls? Okay, so let's do it. What if? Sometimes there's a possibility that is so spot on that you just got to leap into action. So I invite you to close your eyes, take that deep breath in, put your hand on your heart, maybe both hands, so that you can feel a hand touching your heart. And imagine as you close your eyes into this chosen space of darkness, that the darkness is what is connecting us. We connect in this long night through the heart. And the heart is always here beating for us. It is always that spark within, that passion within that we can share. We celebrate the light of our authentic selves. We celebrate the voice to be able to share the song, the story, the poem. We celebrate the courage to take that voice into the world, to share it with each other and to bless each other, to light up each other's lives with our authentic self.
Mm-hmm.
So take a breath into that and feel the connection and feel the joy and feel the love. What a beautiful possibility. Thank you, Janet. Judy says, yes. What if light and love and what if upping go viral? Thank you, Robin, Mindy, Joe, and Lisa, everybody into hope again. You know, and yes, I know not everybody got to jump in, but next we'll do these again. So stay connected. Join us online. Join us in the What If Up Club. Perfect alignment. Wanda, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this divine order, true community. That's what it's about.
Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let it begin with you and me.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Happy solstice, out of the darkness into the light. It's been a joy. Thank you, Robin.
Yeah, I will talk with you sooner than later.
It's a play. I hope that's true for everybody. Let's connect. Thank you. Cheers to you all. Thank you for sharing and have a great night. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.